already got a score, one that started about an hour ago, Emory and Ridgefield, and Ridgefield is leading that one at halftime at 7-0. Manti Judge Memorial just kicking off. North Sanpete was defeated by Union yesterday, and Carbon at Juan Diego in the sacrificial lamb game of the day. And it'll be Gunnison to receive, North Sevier to kick off when we get to kick off here. Snow College has presented our pregame show, and they are ranked 14th in student satisfaction with RateMyProfessors.com. Start your education at snow.edu. Larry Masco and Nolan Anderson with you here for today's coverage. The Gunnison Bulldogs will be in the white tops with the dark bottoms, and North Sevier maroon top, darker tops, white letters, and the dark bottoms as well. So as you look at it, maybe in a more of a black to white mind's eye there, light colored Gunnison, darker colored will be the North Sevier Wolves here for today's ball game. And some of our pregame thoughts here have been presented by Gunnison Valley Bank, offering checking, savings, and money market accounts on all types of loans. And Gunnison Valley Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. Starting for Gunnison offensively will be wide receivers Mike Hansen and Caden Madsen, tight ends Wyatt Young and Hayden Booth, running back Thomas Yardley, quarterback Chris Edwards. That front line, Ty Hill, Parker Judy, Justin Overall, Isaiah O'Neill, and Dallin Jackson up front for that Gunnison Bulldog offensive team, as they will receive the kick to start the ball game, and they'll be going left to right, north to south here as we set it for you in Salina. Won't be any problem with sun. Unless something breaks out here, we've got just an ideal afternoon. This is awesome. And the kickoff, high, shorter kick, fielded at the 10-yard line. Wedge it a little bit to the far side and goes out to about the 24-yard line there, where Gunnison Bulldogs will take over first and 10 with the first possession.
Yeah, it's a good return right there by Stockton Hansen and Nolan Mickelson in on the tackle for North Sevier.
Well, I don't want to overemphasize things, but first drives do have a lot, especially if you're the underdog team here, with getting any kind of momentum or any kind of a sense of that is what happens on your offensive first down or first series and the other team's offensive first series and that field position battle. They'll spread it out here with trips to the near side, one to the left. They'll bring motion, and Edwards going to run the quarterback keeper, breaks into the secondary and gets outside the 30-yard line. So first downs are critical. That's cut and dried. I think most anybody that's got a little bit of a partial knowledge of football understands how critical a first down is, Nolan.
Yeah, it is. You know, it just keeps the drive alive, and that's the whole object right here is to try to pick up first downs and keep the drive moving. And right there, Chris Edwards just running the fake handoff and choosing to keep it himself. And you mentioned Tate Johnson having to have a big game. He got that tackle right there to bring him down. But
5 yards deeper than he'd like to have gotten it, though.
Good pickup for Gunnison on first down.
2nd and 2 at the 32-yard line. That opening kickoff has been presented by Azamite, improving root systems, yields, and general plant vigor in field crops and garden vegetables. They're available at our IFA stores. Pass incomplete out to the left flat on what was a 2nd and short, now becomes a 3rd down and 2. So we talk about the importance of a first drive. Now you put an exclamation point by this 3rd down call coming up here. This is pivotal for both teams offensively and defensively this early in the contest at the 32.
Yeah, and that pass right there was intended for Hayden Booth, and that's a catch that he's got to make. You know, I'm sure Coach Pay wants to make sure that he's making those plays in order to keep that drive alive, like we mentioned. That's a catch he should make.
That's an on me, not on the quarterback kind there. So they'll go between the hashes. Near side has 3 trips out there, 2 in the slot, and timeout taken by Gunnison already. Didn't like the offensive play or the offensive set they had. And our timeouts today are a presentation of Big O Tires. Top quality tires, shocks, alignments, automotive work, and a national warranty on Big O Tires. Big O Tires and Nephi, the team you trust. Our scoreboard today is presented by Intermountain Hospitals, providing quality care and advanced technology. First downs from the Nephi Federal Credit Union and Cache Valley Bank End Zone. Teams will be looking to get into the Cache Valley Bank End Zone, offering mortgage and construction loan services and the Cache Valley app for banking on the go, all the touch of a button, a tradition of helping Cache Valley Bank. It's 3rd and short for the Gunnison Bulldogs. The wide receivers each way, a little more compact in this one on the 3rd and short. Running back Yardley, the H-back right-hand side. And it's Edwards to keep it, and he's going to have the first down and turns the corner. So they suckered on the fake. That's probably key when you've got that play action kind of thing. You know Edwards can pass, and he'll do that play action to sell it, and he rambles for the first down without much problem at all to the 36.
Yeah, and that time he kind of took one step up like he might come to the inside, and he just got to the outside, and good blocking up front there. Isaiah O'Neill made the block that was able to spring him to the outside to pick up the first down.
So that's the first down of the ball game here. Nephi Federal Credit Union, your hometown credit union. Ball at the 36-yard line near hash. So they'll go trips wide side of the field. That's to their left. Bring motion out of the slot right. And Edwards again on the quarterback keeper. Comes into the middle and is out to the 42-yard line. So it's been all Chris Edwards. No surprise there as he goes for 4 yards. Almost, well, they're going to give him 5-yard gain to the 42.
Yeah, and we talked about that before the game, and North Sever's got to know that obviously Chris Edwards is their go-to guy, and they're going to have to make sure that they really focus on him and start shutting him down and force him to throw the football or hand off.
Second down, short 5, long 4 at the 42. Wide side still, far side left with trip set there and go to a longer count. And we got the offsides on the defense. So there's a first down, virtue of the penalty. And they'll mark it out now to the 47-yard line. So second first down here early on for the Gunnison Bulldogs. Out offensive line of Gunnison with Ty Hill, Dallin Jackson, Isaiah O'Neill, all experienced there in that front line. Trips far side. Edwards, quarterback keeper again, slides left and is getting some first down coverage. An 11-yard gain. He's getting good hold right at the line of scrimmage, Nolan. That's the key right now, is getting that hold. And this time it was to the left side. The other times have been to the right.
Yeah, you know, and we talked about that offensive lineman of Gunnison, and right now they're just outmanning the defensive line of North Sevier, and they're getting to those linebackers and getting some key blocks, and that was what was able to spring him. It looked like they gave him a first down, but then they're going to mark him short of the first down, a 9-yard pickup.
9-yard gain on that one, so knee went down. And so they're second down at the 44-yard line, second and a yard. Down along the front, he'll pick it up, scoot to the left-hand side, and have the first down. Now you notice, Nolan, the nose tackle or defensive tackle is in an up position there for North Sevier rather than being down on that one.
Yeah, and I'm not sure exactly
Unless
why.
that was a linebacker in between a big gap there.
And it might have been, but right now he's just kind of taking that one step back like a quarterback draw, and he's just picking a seam and, doing a good job of finding the holes.
So to the 42 for another first down on that carry. Got trips to the right-hand side, going to look to throw, and incomplete. That he had a receiver underneath. I'm not sure which one he wanted to go to. They were kind of both in the rifle barrel sight, but Madsen got a tip on it, and then that tipped it too high, and Hayden Booth, the secondary receiver, couldn't get to it, so an incompletion. Yeah,
and actually Hayden Booth was probably more open than Caden Madsen.
Yeah.
Caden was short, and I think it was trying to go to Hayden Booth, but there were two receivers in the same area, and like you said, he just Caden Madsen put his hands up and just tipped it, and it ends up being an incomplete pass for Gunnison.
Second down at the 42.5. Overload with motion left to right. And here he goes again. Edwards goes to work off the play action off the speed back motion, fly offense type thing there, and he goes for about another 10 yards, eating it up with Chris Edwards out of the quarterback spot. Bread and butter play for them. See where they spot. I think they're going to spot him enough for a first down here. Put the ball down so they can decide. Yeah, okay, we'll go with it right there, and a 10-yard gain.
Yeah, so just another first down. That's the fourth first down for Gunnison, and we talked about first downs and keeping the chains moving, and that's exactly what they're doing right now.
So they pick up a Nephi Federal Credit Union first down to the 32 of North Sevier. Wide side is left with the trip set there. Tight on the outside receiver. They'll use inside coverage on the inside receiver. And they got the out pattern, and it's too high and incomplete. And he's open. Yardley was wide open on that because the defender in that one has to come from the deep safety spot. So they just threw that too high, which is usually means not to follow through that he needs on the pass when he's getting too high.
Yeah, and he had plenty of time. He just got to really point that front shoulder down and drive that ball right in there. But he left it high, and Manny Perez was right there to make sure Madsen knows that, hey, I'm out here if you catch that ball, and he give him a big hit after that.
So from the gun, naked backfield as all the receivers and backs are out. 3 left, 2 right on the 2nd and 10. And the quarterback draw, which has been bread and butter for him, and Not going to get as much this time now as it's read by Burke Mickelson, sliding over from that outside linebacker. You know, the lateral movement of your linebackers, if the middle linebacker has been taken out of the play, those outside backers and that lateral movement is critical against those draws.
Yeah, and that time Burke Mickelson read that one perfectly as he was able to come in and make the tackle. So it puts a big third down situation. And like we saw the first time when these two teams played, Coach Pace showed that he's willing to go for it on fourth down, even on his own side of the field. But this is probably 2-down territory for Gunnison.
So they're 3rd and 7 here. Wide side will be to the left. And it's a quarterback keeper again. Breaks out of one shirt string, and he's going to bring up about a 4th and 3. Edwards says he got inside the 25. So let's go with a 4th and between 2 and 3 yards for the first down at the 24. He got almost 5-yard gain there on that one. And they have the 4th down. Here's a critical down right here.
Yeah, North Sevier needs to watch the ball. Last time they got, they were able to get him off sides and jump, so they're going to make sure they watch the ball.
Justin Overall, the center. Snaps it back. Oh, and then a miscue and a fumble. Ball's loose. Knocked loose, and I think North Sevier's covered it up. Well, I don't know what the play was because in his mind, Chris Edwards was going to keep it himself all the way, and his running back ran right into him, and it popped the ball loose.
Yeah, and it would have probably been short regardless, but at the same time, had he not had to get bumped by his own running back right there, you never know. He might have been able to pick up that first down, but North Sevier's defense comes up with a big 4th down stop that they needed on that play.
So from their 24, North Sevier will take over. So if you weren't going to get the first down, it was inconsequential, but still that becomes a turnover in the books there on the fumble. So from the 24.5, and quarterback keeper here was it's quarterback keeper day so far, folks. That's a keeper on the carry by Taylor Crane, the sophomore quarterback. Good for about 4 yards.
Yeah, it was a good run right there, and same thing. North Sevier's saying, hey, if you guys can run it, we can too.
So he'll set it here with double wideouts to the wide side right. Fake the handoff. Look, pump left, come up to the middle, and going to get back to about the line of scrimmage. Okay, now he really didn't do a check down there, and he had a little bit of time. He decided to tuck it and run, and I can't see all the receivers there. But and the running back was not really involved in that play much at all. Whether he comes out, just floats out for a little safety pass or something, not much involvement there. So it's 3rd down after no pickup there. And 6 to the line of scrimmage, ready to go with basically a pack to the left. You got tied in, you got a wing and a flank. You just got it packed right in there with one wide receiver across the way, and they're going to have to take a timeout as well. So each team has burned a timeout, a Big O Tires timeout. Big O Tires and Nephi, the team you trust. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
As temperatures become cooler outside, insects will be looking for someplace warmer to live, like inside your home. Spiders, ants, earwigs, and other bugs will take refuge in your kitchen, bathroom, bedrooms, and even closets. To protect your home, call EcoLife for a professional pest control barrier. EcoLife applies a smell-free, safe-for-the-environment product to ensure you and your family are bug-free. All services are guaranteed. To schedule EcoLife to rid your home of bugs, call 283-6002. EcoLife is a proud supporter of Central Utah High School sports.
First quarter action here on our scoreboard. Intermountain Hospitals, Delton Fillmore Hospitals, Healing for Life, 0-0. First quarter at the 6:20 mark. On this time out, first possession for North Sevier here, facing a 3rd and 6 at the 29-yard line, going right to left here, south to north for North Sevier offensively. And they come out with a different set now as they'll loosen it up and go trip spread out to the right. One left and one running back behind the quarterback. And he fumbles the football, and he has to fall on it. Well, it's been a game of a little bit of jitters or miscues so far. Fumbles and fumbles. They recover their own there, but he did fumble it, and so they actually lose yardage on what will go in the books as a rush and a loss of almost 5 yards there. Punt situation.
Yeah, and that time Taylor just didn't look the ball all the way in his hands, and he's telling his team that was my fault right there. But nonetheless, they've got to punt the ball away.
High snap. Fielded down, rugby-style boot to the right-hand side, and bounces down along the far sideline inside the 40-yard line. So pretty effective punt after it gets keeps it away from the return man and gets the bounce on it. So
That was, and you mentioned, you know, the rugby style punt right there where he rolls out. He had a lot of room if he wanted to keep that one and, you know, take that and run that. And sometimes when you have that, you give the player the option that if you feel like you can get the first down, you can go ahead and pick that up. And that's something Gunnison's going to have to watch next time around.
Well, it'll be 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs on their second possession here at the 38.5, 39-yard line. So they generated some first downs, picked up 4 first downs, and then fumbled away on that first possession. Trips to the right-hand side, handed to the full tailback coming through. Maybe about a yard is all, and it'll be to the 40.5-yard line. So credit him almost 2 yards on a first down run, but and basically a yard on that one.
Yeah, and middle linebacker Tanner Sorensen met him right at the line of scrimmage, and a big hit right there at the line of scrimmage.
So the 2nd down and 9, just outside the 40-yard line. Again, trips near side. Edwards vacates in the backfield and keeps it on the quarterback keeper and gets up the middle for a pickup of about 4 as he goes to the 45-yard line. Everything's...
Yeah, and North Sevier right now, they've got to definitely key on him as he's ran the ball every time but one play thus far in this game.
So a 5-yard gain there, 3rd and 5 at the 44 for the Gunnison Bulldogs. Again, they'll run spread, everything spread out. Trips near side, doubles far side, no tights. And quarterback by himself in the backfield. Gets a snap, looks, plants to the outside, has it complete, and gets the first down. Struggling to get across there and broke loose and got to the first down marker. And I think that's one of those numbers that we don't have on the Gunnison roster. Is it 24?
24, yeah. Not sure who that is.
That's not one of them I've added. I've added a couple of freshmen in there, so sorry, don't know who 24 is. We asked them to, well, in fact, we got an updated roster from Gunnison, so not the bad on me, the bad on them for not letting us know who that one is. I have no idea. They get the first down. First pass completion.
Yeah, it is, and, you know, that was a nice catch, and then Cody Christensen had a chance to tackle him behind the line of scrimmage and missed the tackle, and he was able to get 2 more yards to pick up the first down.
Between the 48 and the 49, quick pass to the outside, Yardley. Looks for the block inside, comes to the outside, gets another block, interference block there, turns the corner, and gets to about the 40-yard line. So they've got a 3rd and short coming up after an 8-yard pass completion there.
Yeah, and that's Caden Madsen, who we mentioned in the pregame. They like to go to Caden Madsen right there, and he had some good blocking out in front of him too. You know, and that's one thing that Gunnison right now, they're doing a good job of blocking both out of the receivers and their offensive linemen up front.
2nd down and a yard at the 40. Right hash, left hash is wide, trips that way. And they'll bring motion with the motion back. And it'll be the keeper by the quarterback trying to get the first down. So Chris Edwards probably going to have it, I think, by about a foot. Just outside the, inside the 39-yard line. So needed almost 2 and basically got just about that much. They're going to eyeball it here. Eyeballing it. And here, come help me out. He says, what do you think here? What do you think? They need a rangefinder for that thing, don't they?
They're going to go ahead and measure it.
Measure it. Make
that. Sure.
We're going to take a timeout here. A Big O Tires timeout back in 30 seconds.
You've seen Zions Bank's name at sporting events, performances, and fundraisers. We're just about everywhere. Your children and grandchildren see Zions dedicated employees in their classroom, teaching them how to save. We do all this because we have skin in the game. We support South Central Utah because we live and work here too. So we're as committed to this community's future as you are. When it comes to choosing to bank at Zions, rest assured you're selecting a company dedicated to bringing value to South Central Utah's businesses, individuals, and families.
ZionsBank.com, member FDIC.
Well, I can see why they wanted to bring things on and measure. That was so close. That was like
barely
like
by the nose of the football, you know, and it goes to show you that, you know, the high school officials are doing a good job, and they want to make sure that they do it right, and give credit to them tonight for making that decision to bring out the change and make sure whether they give them the first down or not. And right there by the nose of the football, Gunnison does pick up the first down.
1st and 10 at the 39. Serving local residents longer than any other financial institution in the Nephi area. Nephi Federal Credit Union presenting our first downs. So at the 39 of North Sevier in a scoreless ball game, and we've got a whistle and a flag. Well, with they're tearing that, I know you do some hunting, and I got to tell you a story. That my brother-in-law was telling me he likes to go up here and they go up Salina Canyon, go up somewhere in there and do some elk hunting up in kind of at the foot of the skyline, I guess, or something there. So they've got a young hunter along with them this year, and my brother-in-law really didn't want to get a kill. He didn't want to have to butcher it or whatever. So he's got this younger hunter with him, and they come up and they come into a little pocket and they see 3 spikes. And he's wondering, how come my partner's not shooting? They were about 50 yards away. The guy had his rangefinder out. Going, shoot the dart.
Yeah, you don't need a rangefinder that close.
Here. So, young hunters, oh boy. All righty, from the 39, here we go. Zeroing it in. They've got the pass. Yardley drops it. A little bit behind him, but still, you know, you get both hands on it, you got to bring that in. And so that's a drop. After the penalty mark off of 5 yards, they're out at the 44 and an incompletion there.
Yeah, you know, when you get a penalty and then you come up with an incompletion right there, it definitely hurts, but it's going to be 2nd and 15, and North Sevier is going to have to definitely defend the pass right now because although Edwards has shown that he can run, they're starting to tighten and shut down that run, and it's probably going to open up the passing game for Gunnison now.
2nd down at the 44. And the wide far side has trips out there, which means here's a blitz coming from the far side. Edwards going to flush out, brought down. There's a defensive gem of a play right there. And you're going to have to give some credit to middle linebacker blitz, Tanner Sorensen, which what allowed him to come through was the fake of the outside backer blitz, too, stepped up. And I think that offensive line just had too many numbers, couldn't account for it. Big sack back to the 49-yard line.
Yeah, that's a great time, you know, 2nd long to bring that blitz. And Tanner Sorensen just was not going to be let down and making sure that he flushed him out and then tackled him from behind. But Edwards has some good speed, and Tanner Sorensen just outplayed him right there on that one.
Lumber plus hit of the game behind every aspect and projects of true value. Looking long, throws a bullet down the sideline, out of bounds on the far side around the 15-yard line. Edwards can wing it. There's no doubt about that one, but that one goes incomplete, and it'll be a 4th down and a punt situation. And, you know, I'm just always, and I know it's high school sports, but, and you see this happening in college now. They like that home run ball. I like the clear out and bring somebody else in underneath.
Underneath, yeah.
And hit them on a much easier completion. Now punt situation here, and it's out of there. It is going to dang it 15. It's going to go about the 18-yard line. Takes a little North Sevier bounce, and we got a flag flies here. Back there right in the return territory. The ball hit, bounced, and ended up at around the, well, I can't see where he spotted it, 17 or so is worth the rest. Put it at now on the return.
Yeah, I'm not sure. That was kind of a, didn't really see much right there. And
he might have saw something upfield more, but if he did, wave it off.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll never know.
I was going to say, unless he saw that North Sevier had a player run on late, unless he was throwing that after the play and then realized that it was, you know, the player made it in on time. It was,
easy. Yeah. All righty. 1st and 10 at the 18 here for North Sevier's 2nd possession. The first one was a little ragged for them, so they'll try to settle in here. Scoreless 1st quarter with 2:18 remaining on the Intermountain Hospital scoreboard. And the pass complete to the 25-yard line or so. About a 6-yard completion on 1st down. So they get their first pass completion of the day here.
Yeah, and that was a pass to Burke Mickelson, and he just done a nice job making the catch. And, you know, a good tackle right there by Caden Matson defensively for Gunnison.
2nd and 3. And they will go tight on the coverage outside. Gunnison looking at outside right up on the line and looking for the handoff left-hand side. Jukin inside, getting the 1st down. So nice little play to the outside, nice run on that outside one. That's a real productive play here by Gabe Wilcox. And that's the kind of run you expect from Gabe.
Yeah, Gabe Wilcox does a nice job. He's just a sophomore for North Sevier, but he's had a good season so far running the football.
First down of the ball game for North Sevier. Quickly to the line at the 32-yard line after the 7-yard gain. Look to the pass to the outside and snag, but then going down and we lost a yardage. Wow, that one was high, but I tell you what, skying up there to snag that thing.
Yeah, that was Connor Olson.
Connor Olson, yeah.
Yeah, and he had a play last week against South Sevier. He got one handoff and ran it for 51 yards to give North Sevier their first touchdown of the game.
So the loss of some yards there, about 3 on the -3 on the pass. You ever tell a guy you'd have been better if you hadn't caught that one, but he really skied up for it.
Yeah, he did.
Okay, they'll spread it out, and wide side is near us. That's to the offensive left. Bring motion, and have the quarterback keeper. Nice draw, play action there. Walk it up the middle, and get close to the first down. Let's see if they got it on a 2nd down and 13. Second time they've called that quarterback keep, and they've got it for the first down at the 44-yard line. So 12-yard gain for first down.
Yeah, just doing a nice job, Taylor Crane, of staying behind his blockers and good blocking up front. Good play, come back after that completion on -3 to pick up the first down.
So 2 Nephi Federal Credit Union first downs. Blow this play dead. 28 seconds. Procedure, North Sevier. Somebody moving a little too anxiously. So they'll mark off the penalty. Today's ball game is a presentation in part of the Gunnison Valley Animal Clinic, providing top-notch equine veterinary services and treats all animal types, large and small, 528-7900 in the Gunnison, Salina area. So first down, 37-yard line. Make the inside shuffle pass, and not going to get much on that one. It was blocked so-so. The play deception wasn't real thorough, and so not much of a pickup there, just a couple of yards maybe.
Yeah, Isaiah O'Neill was right there and just run that little shovel pass. That's a new play that we've seen from North Sevier. And, Gunnison just right there making sure that they sniffed that one out and make the stop.
It's the end of the first quarter. We're scoreless here between North Sevier and Gunnison. 0-0 on the Intermountain Hospital scoreboard. Back in 1 minute.
I'm John Sorensen. I'm a general surgeon here at Central Valley Medical Center in Nephi. For the last 29 years, I've been involved in the U.S. Army Medical Corps and deployed 4 times in the last 15 years. When I got back, I decided I wanted to work in a smaller community and take care of patients. Nephi fits that bill very nicely. The people are wonderful. I think all of my experiences have contributed to making me a better physician. I'm interested in continuing to improve myself and my skills here in Nephi.
You've heard for years that Gunnison Market is your hometown grocer. Now Gunnison Market offers you a hometown pharmacist. Come experience friendly hometown service from Sean Sorensen at Gunnison Market Pharmacy. Sean grew up in Gunnison and offers competitive prices, expert advice, and convenient hours, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday and 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturdays. Explore the loyalty card benefits, which gives you a free gift card for every 10 prescriptions filled. Call 528-7555 or visit Gunnison Market Pharmacy.
Handoff. They're going to go quarterback keeper, lead blocker. Wilcox out in front on the 2nd down and 12, and the keeper by the QB Crane. And it's going to bring up, after a pickup of almost 4 yards, a 3rd and almost 10.
Yeah, once again, both teams showing that they want to run the football with their quarterbacks. And, North Sevier has shown that they've been able to do that. But it's not been one of their strengths. They haven't done it a lot. Yeah. So I don't know if it's something they saw from the first time they've played them or something they're working on that they're trying to get going.
But there's a lot more in that North Sevier playbook we haven't even seen today.
Exactly.
There's a lot of plays in there that can be backbreakers too that we haven't even seen yet. Protection, pumps, going to roll to the outside and try to keep it, and just driven out of bounds back at the line of scrimmage. So the Taylor Crane had a notion to go, pulled it back down, and then flushed out on the far sideline and forcing a punt situation here. So it's a Bulldog team playing with some enthusiasm right now.
They are, and this is a situation right now too, if you're North Sevier after the first time watching Gunnison defend this punt, you might give Manny Perez the option to run this one.
And he'll come to the right-hand side. Going to boot it away down the right-hand side and goes out of bounds. So we'll stand on a little rain spits going on right now. So we're getting some of tomorrow's 20% right now. I guess 20 drops of it right here in the field. So, and the hunters wouldn't mind a little rain because those leaves are really noisy.
They
right
are.
Now, aren't they?
That's right. Soften it up.
Yeah. Okay, so the punt here as we just get underway in the second quarter of play. And Gunnison will have the ball with 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
That first time Gunnison was able to move the ball pretty effectively with Chris Edwards running the football, but North Sevier's tightened their defense up on him, and so they're going to have other people step up if they're going to want to be able to move the ball here. This is their 3rd time taking over on offense.
Fumbled that one, and they were looking, pretty well on that one, and they fumbled away. Pass on the inside, look in, and incomplete. was snagged there, but
Right on the money from Edwards.
so up in the 25, 2nd and 10. No wonder Edwards wants to run it. He says, guys can't hold on the ball. Has to the outside, hands Madsen. Madsen comes to the outside, gets a pickup outside the 30-yard line. So they ran that pass out in the flat with a blocker out there to lead. And Wyatt Young, who's a flexed out tight end on it, and they'll have a 3rd and 3 after that 7-yard pass completion.
Yeah, of the 9 passes that they've made, 5 of those are to Madsen, and that seems to be Edwards' #1 receiver that he likes to go to, and 2 of his 3 completions are to Madsen.
So 3rd and 3 from the 32-yard line. And there's a procedure call. We got a flag. Edwards runs for a 1st down, but it's going to come back. Here's the score to pass along at the end of a quarter. Manti 7, Judge Memorial 0. We had a halftime score earlier. Richfield leading Emory 7-0 at halftime. We're scoreless here early in the 2nd quarter of play at the 10:24 mark up on the Intermountain Hospital scoreboard. And what they do well. The Intermountain, Delta, and Fillmore Hospitals, healing for life. So nobody's gotten into that Cache Valley Bank end zone yet here in the ball game. It'll be 3rd and 8 now after the mark-off against the Bulldogs.
Yeah, and right there, the running back just went in. You can go in motion, but you can't start towards the line of scrimmage as the ball snapped, and that's what he was doing. He was moving forward, and so that's going to cost them 5 yards.
So they've got a 3rd and longer. They had a makeable one now. This is going to be a lot tougher one for them here to go with. You'll have the coverage on the trips on the outside. The safety would be coming over. Manny Paris on the 2nd receiver in. Linebacker coverage on the other one. They're looking for this. Oop, and then dropped again. Another pass dropped by the receiver, and that's at 24 that we don't know who he is. So, little guy. I'm betting he's a freshman, but
yeah,
I thought I had most of the freshmen
That's
down
my
here.
guess, too, and that's a ball that, once again, should have been caught, and I'm sure Edwards wants that one back, but it's going to force a 4th down, the punt situation for Gunnison.
So drop ball is the name of the game, and then turnover for them in this contest. The punter straight away, gets it away right through the seam, fielded at the 36, and got a host of Bulldogs at the 40. They return to the 45, midfield on the return by Brooks Mickelson. Sure-handed senior. It's a nice luxury to have a guy that kind of savvy returning your punts for you.
Yeah, you know, Brooks is senior, kind of the leader of this team right there, and he did a nice job of catching that punt and getting to the outside and turning it up the sideline. Good return, and gives North Sevier their best field position of the game.
Starting at the 48 here after this will be their 3rd possession of the ball game. And they generated a couple of 1st downs in that last one, and then it got away from them. Wide side of the field, far side left. One running back in. Defensive line shift, and now quarterback is Crane looking over at the line or the sideline to change it up. Going to pass right across and a little bit low. Underneath, you know, I think he's just rushing passes a couple of times here on today. Just a little bit antsy.
Yeah.
Just got to settle and throw.
Yeah, he's got plenty of time. There's no rush. And just take your time and throw that ball in there.
You got short patterns like that. Those are pretty basic. You got to have those. So 2nd down after the incompletion, bring motion, and make the handoff. Trying to bubble to the left-hand side, cut it back inside, and turn nothing into some productivity by Tate Sorensen as he comes in motion, takes the handoff, and picks up about 4 yards on the carry.
Yeah, you know, and he's got good speed. We talked about it. You know, he only got the ball 1 time last week, but I was really impressed with his ability to run the football. You know, he just the one play for 51 yards for a touchdown, but shows good speed.
3rd and long 6 at the 44. Passing out into the flat. Oh, and stumbles, and did he touch a knee? Yep, they're going to mark him down. So the knee went down at the 49-yard line. So to Tate Sorensen. And knee went down as he tried to head up the field. You know, it is that time of the year when the grass is slicker now, and body weight and where you're positioning it may not be like it was in August. So that was a pass completed, but it was a loss of about 5 yards. So a punt situation here for North Sevier in a scoreless ball game. And run to the right-hand side, get a high, short kick heading to the sideline, and goes out of bounds. So it will be a first. And right now, those kind of punts, anything you're doing inside the 30 or 35s, pretty much turned out okay.
Yeah, you know, and he's kind of angled him to the sideline, kicked him out of bounds, but there's no return, too, so you don't have a chance of giving up a big return. Just a nice job punting the ball by Manny Perez.
Ball will spot at the 22-yard line for the Bulldogs. Second quarter action here. Fourth possession for the Bulldogs now. That's going to put the ball left hash, wide side right. Edwards, keeper, dances around, turns the right-hand corner, being pursued there, breaks, slides. I don't know, he doesn't break tackles as much as he slides through tackles.
He just has a way of just finding a seam and just staying in there. And, you know, he, like you say, avoids tackles a lot, too. And, you know, that's kind of how they started the game with Edwards and running the ball. And right now, he's had every run but the one so far in this game.
Yeah. Second down and 4 after the pickup of 6 to the 29-yard line. Almost 7-yard gain there. So you don't take my word on it. No one's keeping separate stats. You go with what you feel is yardage. What I say on air is not the gospel, okay? So alrighty, second down and 3.5. Handoff, tailback. Maybe 2-yard gain just outside the 30 to the 31-yard line. And so it's a 3rd and a yard at the 31-yard line after the pickup there of about 3.
Yeah, and both outside linebackers that time, Tate Johnson and Burke Mickelson, coming in to make the stop for North Sevier.
So the third down call. Critical one here in a scoreless ball game. Second quarter on our Intermountain Hospital scoreboard. 7:53 on the clock. Trips to the left on the 3rd and short. Run and spread, one running back. You got to think Edwards' option 1 is to keep it. Now he's going to throw. Hopes his receiver catches it, which he does. Then he holds on. And it's the first time that they have slotted the ball in there to Mike Hansen. He's probably one of the more sure-handed receivers. Went to him on the slant, which is that the toughest thing to defend?
It is.
Slant. I really think it is.
And I think sometimes it's the easiest.
Especially in a man-on-man.
And it's the easiest pass to make. You just take that one step, lead the receiver a little bit, throw it out in front of him, and Mike Hansen comes up with a nice catch to pick up the first down and keep the chains moving for Gunnison.
So they get a first down on that one and have the ball at the 38-yard line. Fake the handoff, keep it himself, snowed under, and down he goes. And does the ball come loose? I think the ball came loose. See what officials say here on this one. They're going to agree. I think so. It's North Sevier football as the Gunnison Bulldogs. Chris Edwards on a keeper. Fumbles at the 7:18 mark, right at the line of scrimmage. And this turnover gives North Sevier a prime opportunity at the Gunnison 37-yard line.
Yeah, and that's a second fumble that North Sevier's defenses came up on both Edwards. You know, and he's always trying to get that extra yard. You can't fault him for doing it, but he's got to start protecting the ball when he gets into coverage and you know, into trouble right there. North Sevier doing a good job of picking up the ball.
Double wides left, narrow side of the field for North Sevier, left or right here. Double wides right, wide side, looking, coming across the middle. Has it complete, and inside the 25-yard line on the completion to Brooks Mickelson. Bread and butter pass right there. The slant we talked about, that's a little deeper slant there. They did not have underneath coverage for Gunnison, and they give up big yardage there.
Yeah, that was just a nice pass and catch, and you know, that's what North Sevier wants to do against Gunnison, is open up the passing game and spread the ball around the field.
So a 14-yard gain for the first down, and they'll hand off right-hand side of the room, cut up the field, and go inside the 20-yard line on the carry by Manny Perez. So on from the 23, first down call. Right after that, Nephi Federal Credit Union first down. They'll have second down and 5, long 5.
Yeah, it was a good first down. You know, if you can get 5 yards each time, you got to be happy with that as far as the coaching staffs goes for North Sevier, and it really helps open up the playbook for Coach Lindley right now on a 2nd and 5.
Wide side is left. They'll bring motion there, which means vacating there and handing off left-hand side on the carry. And Tate Johnson, kind of the power back guy, gets, and this is 4-down territory, so they'll pick up there about 2 yards. So it's going to be 3rd down, 4 to go for the first down.
Yeah, and like you mentioned, Larry, this is 4-down territory, so they still have 2 downs to pick up the rest of that 4 yards that they need.
So long 3, short 4 Bring motion again out of the slot left. And keeping himself. Quarterback slides out, fumbles the football. Inside the 15. We've had fumbleitis today. Taylor Crane. Play action, didn't really secure the ball, tried to turn up the field, slipped on the field, fell, turns it over. And so there's another scoring opportunity in a prime. Those are the kind of things that come back to haunt you when you have a good opportunity and you can't convert it.
Yeah, that's one I'm sure that North Sevier would like to have back. And, you know, it is what it is now. And so you got to say defense, let's go out there and let's get it right back.
So that fumble trading the turnovers basically is what they're doing right now. And Gunnison takes over at the 15-yard line. Quarterback keep. Dancing around, hit by the linebacking core. So still line of scrimmage kind of getting the job done for them. But
yeah, they are, you know, and right there, Burke Mickelson in on the stop. And the one thing that you'll notice when he comes in to make a tackle, very seldomly does he miss a tackle. He gets low, and that's what you want to do on those big running backs or quarterback that likes to run the football is get low and hit him in the knees, and that's what he did that time to bring him down.
So second down after the 3-yard pickup at the 19-yard line. Looking to throw, looking for the quick one. Has it to Madsen to the outside, breaks in through the seam. Madsen has the first down and breaks the tackle there and gets outside the 30-yard line. So they complete it from 19 to the 30. Wait till they spot here. 30-yard line, right at the 30. I thought he was outside it, but it's right at the 30. So 11-yard gain and the first down on that one, and they've thrown for about 40 yards here. Pick up that, looking to get to the Cache Valley end zone here, but a long ways away still at the 30-yard line for the Gunnison Bulldogs. Wide side left with trips there, running a lot of spread today. And the quarterback on the throw right in the seam on the slant, has it complete. You know, Edwards throws a bullet. Now, we've been talking about those receivers. He throws bullets, but they get to handle those all the time in practice, so still, it should be you catch him.
Yeah, and that time Mike Hansen was doing a juggling
Yeah,
act right
wasn't he?
there. As he was getting hit, but he did a nice job of maintaining his concentration and focus on tucking that football away. And I give him a lot of credit because he was hit right there as the ball was delivered, but it did a nice job of making sure he completed the catch.
At the 38-yard line, short to go dump it out into the flat, and over to make a tackle and keep it short of the first down. That was that Chamberlain? No, that's Hayden Olson, isn't it? Got up there and made some early contact. He and Manny Paris.
Yeah, and then you had Hayden Olson, like you mentioned, just did a nice job playing this right side defensive back, eluded the block, and was able to come in there and make the tackle on Hayden Booth, who had the nice catch.
So no pickup on that one, and it is third down and 3. Ball is to the left hash, so wide side right here in second quarter action of a scoreless ball game. Bring motion. And it's the quarterback keeper. He dumps to the outside and turns back inside and gets the first down. Did a slide off move, spin move by a quarterback keeper on the run by Chris Edwards, and they get the first down on a 4-yard gain.
Yeah, Edwards right there. He was going to be stopped, and that spin move actually sprung him loose a little bit to pick up an extra 2 yards to get the first down.
3:27 on the clock here in the second quarter of play from the 42-yard line for the Bulldogs. Spread with trips left, doubles right, and offsides inside. Defensive lineman stepping across.
You know, and I was watching that time too, that North Sevier playing the 4-3 cover 2 defense, and all 4 defensive linemen are up. They're playing, the two-point stance as if they were all playing defensive end, and right there just kind of got a running start and jumped off sides.
So that puts the ball now out at the 47-yard line on a 1st and 5. Edwards has time. He wants to go home run ball. Looking down the right-hand side, double coverage there, incomplete. Outside the 20-yard line, so had good double coverage there. And again, you got a receiver underneath. I don't know when the pass left, if he was open, but yeah, he is. Look at it on the replay. These receivers wide open. He was right in the seam since they double covered deep. And you got a quarterback didn't do his check downs, and he missed his receiver.
Yeah, and he does like to throw the deep ball right there, but excellent coverage by Connor Olson that time and Manny Perez both right there.
Second down and 5 after the incompletion. They probably considered that a throw with it down and try to hand off on the dive, and that's going to be a loss of a bit of yardage there on the handoff to Thomas Yardley, the junior running back for Gunnison. Edwards, a senior, he won't be back next year. And -1 on that carry.
And that's the third. That's only the third time that anybody's carried the ball for Gunnison besides Edwards keeping it himself.
So they're even higher than that percentage we said, I think, in the pregame. We were at about 50% of the time he's the player credited with the offensive play. So 3rd down and 6 for the Gunnison Bulldogs. Critical down defensively for North Sevier here at the 46. Plant, throw, slant, got it complete. Hanson. He's kind of been there when they had a 3rd down crunch time. It's Hanson that they've gone to, and they nail him again there. And when you've got the gun like Edwards has, those passes are a lot easier to complete.
Yeah, they are, and Hanson doing a nice job right there that time, just carrying the pile. And, you know, once again, they're kind of just going to those slant routes, those quick ends, and Edwards is throwing them right in there.
So another completion for the 1st down. Drive still alive at the North Sevier 39-yard line. Wide receivers to the left are trips. Again, not anybody in the backfield along with quarterback on the short gun. Quarterback keeper, and it goes for a couple of yards. Now, one thing you can kind of watch, Nolan, you watch this. Edwards, when he's in shorter gun, I'm going to call it shorter gun, that often means run first option for him. If he's another step deeper, then he's more often looking to pass.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on that for sure, because anything, you know, like that, and that's one thing defensively North Sevier's got to be picking up on, is little keys like that to help find out what the play is going to be and have a little bit more of an advantage on the defensive end of things.
2nd down and 6 at the 36-yard line. Going to plant the pocket, throw right in the seam, has it complete for the 1st down and more. 10 to 20. And down to the 16-yard line as he tucked it right in there to whoever that number little 24 is for Gunnison. Somebody wants to send me a text message from Gunnison over there, 314-9515. Tell me who number 24 is on their roster. They get a completion there for the 1st down on the big pass from the 39 to the 16-yard line. So that 1st and 10 at the 16. Looking, rolling. Got a receiver open underneath. Didn't go to him. Now he's going to come across the end zone. Got it into the end zone for the touchdown. And that was all on the arm and hands of Hanson on the receiving end, and on the throwing end, Chris Edwards. 16-yard touchdown pass for the Gunnison Bulldogs. He was patient. Nolan, he really did exemplify some patience there. He waited for that to open up.
He did, and you know, the one thing that really helped, besides the arm and him, Hanson getting open and making a great catch, that offensive line gave him all the time in the world to stand back there and to really wait for that play to develop and then throw that pass in there.
Hayden Booth to kick for the Bulldogs. Placement. Kick is up, kind of a lazy kick, and it's good. It makes it over the uprights. So we're 7-0 in favor of the Gunnison Bulldogs here at the 1-minute mark in the 2nd quarter. Back with kickoff in a minute.
Looking for an affordable car, truck, or SUV? The two guys at CarWise have you covered with vehicles starting as low as $4,000. Go to carwiseutah.com to check out our inventory, or come see us in person at 1220 South State Street in Salina. And don't worry if your credit's not the best, we've got you covered there too. Give us a call at 435-287-2277. Shop Wise. Shop CarWise. Go to carwiseutah.com to check out our inventory.
Hi, this is Kevin Matson with Cache Valley Bank. Is your good old truck not as good as it used to be? Do you need a more dependable set of wheels? Then cruise on over to Cache Valley Bank. We offer great rates, low fees, and quick service on our auto loans. Come and apply today in Ephraim, Mount Pleasant, or Fairview. You'll be glad you did. Cache Valley Bank, a tradition of helping. Member FDIC.
Well, it took a long time, but finally somebody got into the Cache Valley Bank end zone. Cache Valley Bank, construction loan services, the app for banking on the go, and all with the touch of a button. Mortgage loans as well. Cache Valley Bank, 7-0. Gunnison with the lead with a minute remaining in the 2nd quarter of play, and they'll kick off here. Right to left. Centricom, Channel 10, local Channel 10. If you want to pick up some of this video and Squib kick may go out of bounds. Oh, it stays inbounds. Got to pick it up there at the inside the 20-yard line. Come back upfield, break out of a tackle, still on his feet to the 30. Got a little bit of a wall and goes to the outside. So the tackle finally made after that kind of short kickoff. And so they'll go with a 1st and 10.
Yeah, that was Randy Maldonado who made that tackle, and that was kind of a funny play. It looked like it was going to go out, and then it stayed in, and a few missed tackles, and then Duncan Averett cuts it back to the sideline and almost had a lane right there if it wasn't for Maldonado coming in making the tackle.
So they'll have the 1st and 10 at the 36. Pass to the outside, complete. Down low to receive it and get out of bounds. Smart heads-up play there on the receiving end by Brooks Mickelson to get out of bounds. Got what he could, gets out of bounds, stops the clock on the 2-minute drill after the pickup of 4 yards on a pass.
Yeah, that was smart, you know, because right now you got 47 seconds left to go in the second quarter here right before half. North Sevier still has 2 timeouts, but you don't want to have to use them yet.
If you can get 1st down here with a 2nd and 6. Going to look to the outside. Pass juggled, complete, goes out of bounds. So they've got the 1st down on the pass completion of the 7 yards. Toss it out there to Manny Perez. 7-yard gain and a 1st down. The 1st down's Lazy D Pond. Buying, selling, and trading gold, silver, jewelry, saddles, tack, antiques, and more. Main Street in Centerfield, 528-5299. From the 47-yard line after the 1st down. Pass again to the outside. Get it complete there. Get up the field. Go out of bounds after pickup of a couple. Keep attacking this near sideline because you can get out of bounds quickly there.
Yeah, and that was just a good quick out, like you said, and then Brooks Mickelson with the catch and his brother Burke Mickelson making the block for him.
So they go to about a yard pickup there, just outside the 48. You got to think that defense of Gunnison is going to start shading this way, favoring this way a little bit.
Yeah, and right now is a perfect opportunity for North Sevier to try that the fade to Cody Christensen on the far side.
Bring motion from a running back out in the flat. He's open if they decide to go to him. Going to come across the middle on incomplete. Little overthrown for the receiver, Cody Christensen, who was open in the seam maybe 2 steps earlier, was more open than he was once the pass got there. So incompletion brings up 3rd down. We've got a 3rd quarter score. Ridgefield leading Emory 21-0. As expected, Ridgefield probably will dominate that and move on. And Judge Memorial, who was down 7-0, is now taking the lead over Manti 14-7 late in the 2nd quarter up in Draper or wherever that's at. 3rd and 9 here with 7-0 lead for Gunnison in the closing seconds. Crane in the pocket, looking to the inside. Got the slant here, and not going to get the 1st down, though. It's going to be shy of it with 28 seconds remaining. So you're going to take a timeout here, stop the clock after the pass completion there of about 7 yards. So you've got a 4th down and 3. Staring him in the face here out of the timeout. Coming up is our halftime show presented by Jones and DeMille Engineering, supporting our youth in their efforts to develop new talents and passions and paving the way to success. Best of luck to our rural teams this season. And 4th and short coming out of this timeout for North Sevier with 26 seconds on the clock. So you've got time here for 3 or 4 plays if you pretty well got to stay away from the middle of the field now unless it's your last play.
Yeah, and, you know, probably the most important thing right now is on 4th down, you've got to get the 1st down.
Yeah.
Whether it's just a quarterback sneak and then get on the, or, you know, call timeout or something, or just a quick 1 yard, you know, it's got to be more than 1 yard, obviously, but get across the line of scrimmage there where you can get past the 1st down markers and get the 1st down close to the sideline, but you've got to pick up the 1st down.
The ball's between the hashes, so either way is kind of a longer sideline throw for him. It's not like it's to one hash or the other. And they're just going to power student it right up the middle and got the 1st down. And it'll set down here at the 39-yard line, first 38-39. That's where it'll spot here. And 23 seconds on the clock. So they come to the line here. And then they'll take the timeout. So timeout here on the field. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Mountain Utah Family Medicine in Richfield is committed to providing compassionate, patient-centered, high-quality care to patients of all ages. Our staff of highly skilled and experienced care providers offer a wide variety of advanced medical care and treatment services for you and your family. We offer convenient appointment times, including after-hours services. Place your health and wellness in the hands of experienced medical professionals by scheduling an appointment with our physicians today. 435-896-9561.
I'll be looking at some of our notes of the ball game coming up, presented by Gunnison Valley Bank, offering checking, savings, money market accounts, all types of loans, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. Our halftime show, we'll have the CC Auto Parts pit stop stat check, as we'll hone in on that one. It's 1st and 10. The downs are probably inconsequential now at the 38.5-yard line of Gunnison for North Sevier. 2 wide outs each way with a running back in, helping to stay in and block, and gives the quarterback some time, but now he's flushed out, throws it out into the flat, and no receivers there.
You're going to have 2 penalties that are separate penalties, though. Burt Mickelson going over the middle.
Got held.
Got hit, too. Just knocked right out of his route, and that's going to be a penalty on the defense there. And then you've got intentional grounding probably on North Sevier as well. So 2 different penalties here, 1 on each team.
So they'll be offsetting, replay the down basically from the 39-yard line and reset some time on the clock or not. That's going to be up to an official's call here. So they'll have the 2 penalties, offset, spot the ball, original line.
2 penalties on the play. Holding on Gunnison, intentional grounding against North Sevier.
I guess that's the original line there. 38-yard line.
Replay the down.
And replay it here.
Yeah, no. So right now, North Sevier's going to have to take a couple shots deep down the field. They still do have the timeout, so the middle of the field's open for maybe 1 play and then a timeout. But they're going to have to throw it down the field a little bit here.
Wide side is to the left. Plants throws to the outside. Needs to get outside. Get outside. Does. Goes to the 20. May go into the end zone. Try, and he's taken out of bounds at about the 5-yard line. So the completion, was that Connor Olson? I'm waiting. Yeah, I think it is Connor Olson.
Yep.
So from the 38-yard line, the pass completion broke a tackle and got it to
the 6, maybe the 7.
See where they spot it. Waiting for the sideline over there. Spot is between the 6 and the 7. We'll spot it at the 7-yard line after the big completion for the first down. So that's kind of the play of the game there. Glazier's Family Market, a highest standard of customer service, and friendliest checkers in Kanab. When you visit that area down there. 1st and goal, 7-yard line. Got to throw. Got to get it out into the end zone. Has it. Completion. Go to the money man. Going to cash it in. Brooks Mickelson, you get it to him. He's got an outside pattern where the defender cannot get across to it. And they throw the completion for 7 yards and the touchdown with just inside 2 seconds remaining.
Yeah, and there was two defenders right there. That ball was thrown perfectly, and Mickelson doing a nice job making the catch. And, you know, that's big to come back and answer after giving up the first score with the limited amount of time that North Sevier had to work with.
So the kick to tie it up. Here's the placement and the boot. And it is no good. Wide right. It was strong enough, but it fades wide right. 7-6. Gunnison, the lead. We'll come back with a kickoff here in 30 seconds.
Sahara Motors, just north of Delta, makes the vehicle buying process easy and stress-free just for you. Choose from 5 new brands under one roof and let the adventure begin. That's right, Sahara Motors has new Ford, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram all under one roof to make the process quick and easy. Oh yeah, and an entire lot full of pre-owned vehicles completes the deal. Be sure to welcome Kaylin Sperry to the sales force at Sahara Motors, just north of Delta.
Well, into the Cache Valley Bank end zone for the touchdown. The North Sevier Wolves, but extra point fails. Coming with 2 seconds remaining on the toss to Brooks Mickelson, 7-yarder, and 7-6 as we will have a kickoff. And that will basically take us into the locker room at halftime of this 2A play-in ball game. So North Sevier to kick here. I'm guessing they'll just keep this safe. You want to keep this non-returnable, basically. And field it in the air, though. And okay, I just were content. He didn't want to fumble it and give up. Both of our teams would be very cautious right there. And I'm assuming he's always been taught, take the knee. That was an exception to the rule.
Yeah,
he forgot.
Yeah. And that's another number we don't have, number 22 for Gunnison, just kind of a line drive kick, and he caught it and waited till clock had ran out and then took a knee, and that'll be the halftime. All
righty, score is 7-6 at halftime. Our halftime show presented by Jones & DeMille Engineering, sponsoring local programs and building lasting relationships, working passionately is a winning combination. We'll take a 3-minute break and be back with our halftime show.
Smithfield Hog Production Division offers excellent career opportunities right here in our area. The Smithfield team offers great jobs with growth potential in all phases of animal production, starting at $10 per hour or more based on experience, leadership, and education. Smithfield's benefits include medical, dental, vision, 401k, life insurance, pension, education reimbursement, pay time off, and more. Visit smithfieldfoods.com/careers or call 435-387-6000. That's 387-6000. Smithfield, good food responsibly.
You remember your family, right? Those cute little zombies that are always stuck to their screens? Well, with router limits, you can manage screen time, filter web content, and track the browsing history of all your kids. All you have to do is plug this little guy into your router. Seriously, that's it. Router limit starts with screen time. You can set a schedule for each family member, what they can do online, and when they can do it. You can filter content by category or even by specific website. Sure, you've got great kids, but sooner or later, they're going to come in contact with something that's not so great. Router limits lets you see what they see so that you can have those important conversations before the internet has them for you. Router limits helps my family disconnect from devices and reconnect with each other.
Visit Centricom.com to learn more.
Experiencing pain or a serious condition with your feet? If so, trust an expert podiatrist with next-generation training. At Elite Ankle and Foot in Mount Pleasant and Gunnison, Dr. Tyler Jolly specializes in a wide variety of foot and ankle conditions involving patients from infancy through geriatrics. Dr. Jolly is board certified with the American Board of Podiatric Medicine and studied with an emphasis in sports medicine, reconstructive surgery, and trauma. Call Elite Ankle and Foot at 462-FOOT. That's 462-FOOT, or online at eliteankleandfoot.com.
As temperatures become cooler outside, insects will be looking for someplace warmer to live, like inside your home. Spiders, ants, earwigs, and other bugs will take refuge in your kitchen, bathroom, bedrooms, and even closets. To protect your home, call EcoLife for a professional pest control barrier. EcoLife applies a smell-free, safe for the environment product to ensure you and your family are bug-free. All services are guaranteed. To schedule EcoLife to rid your home of bugs, call 283-6002. EcoLife is a proud supporter of Central Utah High School sports.
You've seen Zions Bank's name at sporting events, performances, and fundraisers. We're just about everywhere. Your children and grandchildren see Zion's dedicated employees in their classroom, teaching them how to save. We do all this because we have skin in the game. We support South Central Utah because we live and work here too. So we're as committed to this community's future as you are. When it comes to choosing to bank at Zion's, rest assured you're selecting a company dedicated to bringing value to South Central Utah's businesses, individuals, and families.
ZionsBank.com, member FDIC.
Rush.
Back here on our halftime show, which is presented by Jones & DeMille Engineering, applauding the teams for hard work, dedication, and commitment. The race for excellence has no finish line. And our halftime score up on the Intermountain Hospital scoreboard, 7-6, Gunnison the lead. The scoring came late, and the offense kind of came late, but many more plays run in that first half of play, about 38 of them for Gunnison, and about 27 for the North Sevier Wolves. So a number of plays run there, Gunnison with more of them in the ballgame. And a couple of the other highlights here, as we look at those highlights, Garcane Energy highlights. For over 75 years, they provided a quality electrical service to South Central Utah. Garcane Energy Quality Service, local control. Other highlights from that first half, fumbles, 2 of them each way, a couple of turnovers for each team here in this ballgame. One of them came, the North Sevier fumble came soon after they gained possession of the ball and then turned it right back over. Yet ahead, we'll take a look at some scores. We've got stats, and we'll look at those who've scored in that first half of play here in this low-scoring ball game. 7-6 at halftime with the Gunnison leading North Sevier. We'll be back in a couple of minutes.
I'm John Sorensen. I'm a general surgeon here at Central Valley Medical Center in Nephi. For the last 29 years, I've been involved in the U.S. Army Medical Corps and deployed 4 times in the last 15 years. When I got back, I decided I wanted to work in a smaller community and take care of patients. Nephi fits that bill very nicely. The people are wonderful. I think all of my experiences have contributed to making me a better physician. I'm interested in continuing to improve myself and my skills here in Nephi.
You've heard for years that Gunnison Market is your hometown grocer. Now Gunnison Market offers you a hometown pharmacist. Come experience friendly hometown service from Sean Sorensen at Gunnison Market Pharmacy. Sean grew up in Gunnison and offers competitive prices, expert advice, and convenient hours, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday and 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturdays. Explore the loyalty card benefits, which gives you a free gift card for every 10 prescriptions filled. Call 528-7555 or visit Gunnison Market Pharmacy.
Looking for an affordable car, truck, or SUV? The two guys at CarWise have you covered with vehicles starting as low as $4,000. Go to carwiseutah.com to check out our inventory, or come see us in person at 1220 South State Street in Salina. And don't worry if your credit's not the best, we've got you covered there too. Give us a call at 435-287-2277. Shop Wise. Shop CarWise. Go to carwiseutah.com to check out our inventory.
Hi, this is Kevin Matson with Cache Valley Bank. Is your good old truck not as good as it used to be? Do you need a more dependable set of wheels? Then cruise on over to Cache Valley Bank. We offer great rates, low fees, and quick service on our auto loans. Come and apply today in Ephraim, Mount Pleasant, or Fairview. You'll be glad you did. Cache Valley Bank, a tradition of helping. Member FDIC.
It's halftime in Salina. Larry Masco and Nolan Anderson with you in our Gunnison Bulldog North Sevier Wolf coverage in this 2A round 1 action. 7-6 Gunnison the lead in what's been a hard-fought ball game in this first half of play. Let's take a little later look at some other scores coming in for you here, but let's go to our scoring summary. And the score summary, a presentation of Houston Trails Inn Restaurant. Stop in for delicious Western entrees and chicken fried steak and Bob's homemade country gravy. For takeout or catering, you can contact them at Houston, serving throughout all the area at 800-599-2488. The scoring coming first score of the ball game at the 1 minute mark by Hanson on a 16-yard pass reception. Point after was good. Gunnison up 7-0. It's kind of interesting. We go all those minutes and then we get 2 scores in the final minute of play. Huh? And then Brooks Mickelson with 2 seconds remaining, catching the 7-yard touchdown pass. And it was a good 1 minute drive there for North Sevier. Point after failed, so we're 7-6 at halftime. So your thoughts on that one? That's just interesting how it played out.
Yeah, and just watching the replays here of those scoring drives, you know, like you said, a lot of back and forth. And I think we might have had a score earlier if it wouldn't have been for a couple fumbles. You know, both teams had opportunities and was moving the ball and getting in a scoring position. And then the turnovers cost both teams from getting in the end zone. And then, you know, Gunnison finally gets in there first, and then North Sevier comes right back. And, you know, give both teams credit. You know, they're both big plays. And, you know, the play from Edwards to Hanson, you know, good blocking up front by the line, and give Edwards time, and he rolled out and bought a little extra time and then threw a strike in there for the score. And then North Sevier comes back, that big play to Connor Olson down the sideline. Gunnison defensively not able to knock him down right there at the first down marker, lets him get down the sideline, and then they're able to knock him out, and then they come right back to Brooks Mickelson when they needed a score or any big play. That's who they go to, and they had 1.8 seconds from the 7-yard line, and then answer back, and then are unable to make their extra point. That's where we stand, 7-6.
You look at matchups, and I meant to mention on the pregame, and then I never thought about it, one of our keys of the game, and that's the height of Brooks Mickelson. It paid off on that touchdown pass because he was just much taller and had to reach back a little bit. Was he able to get the pass, though, because he was the taller?
Yeah, you're exactly right, and that's the one advantage that North Sevier does have is with Mickelson's size out there, they can throw it out there, and he'll have a better opportunity than than any of the defenders that are trying to defend him.
So our score 7-6 here at halftime of our show, presented by Jones and DeMille Engineering. Another 2-minute break, and we'll be back to take a look at some scores.
Mountain Utah Family Medicine in Richfield is committed to providing compassionate, patient-centered, high-quality care to patients of all ages. Our staff of highly skilled and experienced care providers offer a wide variety of advanced medical care and treatment services for you and your family. We offer convenient appointment times, including after-hours services. Place your health and wellness in the hands of experienced medical professionals by scheduling an appointment with our physicians today. 435-896-9561.
Sahara Motors, just north of Delta, makes the vehicle buying process easy and stress-free just for you. Choose from 5 new brands under one roof and let the adventure begin. That's right, Sahara Motors has new Ford, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram all under one roof to make the process quick and easy. Oh yeah, and an entire lot full of pre-owned vehicles completes the deal. Be sure to welcome Kaylin Sperry to the sales force at Sahara Motors, just north of Delta.
School is back in session, which means cold and flu season isn't far behind. So stop by Service Drug today and receive your flu shot. They have vaccines available for all ages, and most insurances pay 100% of the cost. Service Drug also offers vaccines for other diseases, including shingles and pneumonia. Receive your injection in a private professional environment administered by licensed professionals. Let Service Drug provide your flu shot and receive a $5 coupon good on a $25 purchase, and be entered to win a $25 gift certificate as well. Service Drug in Delta and Fillmore, dedicated to your good health and good value.
Smithfield Hog Production Division offers excellent career opportunities right here in our area. The Smithfield team offers great jobs with growth potential in all phases of animal production, starting at $10 per hour or more based on experience, leadership, and education. Smithfield's benefits include medical, dental, vision, 401k, life insurance, pension, education reimbursement, pay time off, and more. Visit smithfieldfoods.com/careers or call 435-387-6000. That's 387-6000. Smithfield, good food responsibly.
Our halftime show is presented by Jones and DeMille Engineering, applauding the teams for hard work, dedication, and commitment. The race for excellence has no finish line. And just to pass along some scores here at halftime. Millard leading South Sevier 14-7 in a 2A matchup. In a 3A matchup, it is 16-14 Manti leading at halftime. Manti scored late in that half. They was tied at 14. An interception by Judge in the end zone with a block in the back in the end zone, penalty in the end zone, causing a safety. That's a head scratcher.
Yeah, that is.
What if that becomes a 2-point ball game? There's going to be some player feeling pretty bad, isn't he, with a block in the back. So it's Manti up by 16 to 14 at halftime of that one, and in the end of 3 quarters of play, Richfield 21, Emory 0. That one will be a final here pretty soon. We're at 7-6 here with the Gunnison Bulldogs leading the North Sevier Wolves. So our scoreboard, a presentation of Donaldson Insurance and Copy Station. For an insurance check, 528-7253. For copy, photo, and scrapbooking services, stop by the Copy Station in Gunnison. And just a reminder that next week we'll continue our coverage of the quarterfinals as they get underway. 1A, 2A, and 3A. We'll have plenty of broadcasts for you here in that ball game. And taking a look at those stats now, 40 yards in rushing and 71 in passing, so about 110 yards for North Sevier. And for Gunnison, about 65 in rushing and about 100 in yards. 11 first downs for them, 6 of them for North Sevier here in this ball game, as both teams have taken the field. And we'll come back here in another minute and have our second half action just ahead. Halftime show presented by Jones and DeMille Engineering.
You remember your family, right? Those cute little zombies that are always stuck to their screens? Well, with router limits, you can manage screen time, filter web content, and track the browsing history of all your kids. All you have to do is plug this little guy into your router. Seriously, that's it. Router limit starts with screen time. You can set a schedule for each family member, what they can do online, and when they can do it. You can filter content by category or even by specific website. Sure, you've got great kids, but sooner or later, they're going to come in contact with something that's not so great. Router Limits lets you see what they see so that you can have those important conversations before the internet has them for you. Router Limits helps my family disconnect from devices and reconnect with each other.
Visit Centricom.com to learn more.
Experiencing pain or a serious condition with your feet? If so, trust an expert podiatrist with next-generation training. At Elite Ankle and Foot in Mount Pleasant and Gunnison, Dr. Tyler Jolly specializes in a wide variety of foot and ankle conditions involving patients from infancy through geriatrics. Dr. Jolly is board certified with the American Board of Podiatric Medicine and studied with an emphasis in sports medicine, reconstructive surgery, and trauma. Call Elite Ankle and Foot at 462-FOOT. That's 462-FOOT, or online at eliteankleandfoot.com.
Our halftime show has been presented by Jones and DeMille Engineering. Propelled by dedication, teamwork, commitment, vision, and a desire to be their best. At Jones and DeMille Engineering, your local award-winning engineering firm. From first downs to touchdowns, they'll help you tackle the toughest infrastructure issues. So we start second half of play with Gunnison leading 7-6. North Sevier will have the ball to receive, and they will be going from north to south, our left to right here. Now we've got Avery Anderson, was that number 24, wide receiver. Okay. I may forget that one. You might have to. You can bail me out there.
I'll help you out with that.
Yeah. So Avery Anderson, freshman there for the Gunnison Bulldogs. And they're having to rely on a few freshmen for things. They just don't have. And the thing is, offensive linemen, I think linemen, they have like 7 on the team from sophomore up. And they're going to graduate about 3 of those. So.
Yeah, they are.
All righty, kicking off here. It'll be right to left Gunnison to kick off in the lighter colored uniforms. If you're watching us here on local channel 10, Centricom high-speed internet as well. Appreciate that coverage, which will continue right on through the sports seasons with our mid-Utah radio complex of stations, including here tonight, Classy FM KMGR. Keys to the game in that second half. Gunnison Telephone providing fast, reliable, light-burst broadband internet service for your home or business for over 100 years. And it'll be one of the keys will be what happens on this first series from the line of scrimmage. Return on the kick by Riley Ogden out to the 40-yard line. And that's where North Sevier will take over 1st and 10. So we'll see what goes on this first possession. If anybody can establish anything, and they really didn't in that first quarter. I think Gunnison, in their mind, probably did establish something that they could play in this ball game, could move the ball. Came late when they got the scoring, but had to have been a confidence builder how they got through that first quarter.
Yeah, for sure. And right there, you know, if you're Gunnison, you got to be happy with getting Riley Ogden down at the 40-yard line. Last week, you had a big kickoff return to start the second half.
Rather tight formation here. Pitch to the outside and pitch sweep right-hand side for North Sevier. I did talk about they've got a lot of plays in the playbook they did not use in the first half. Some of that was they just didn't have the opportunity. Circumstances dictated certain things, but right here you open the playbook a little bit, and you got to open that offense up a little bit more to create more lanes that the defense has to honor.
Yeah, for sure, and I like what they're trying to do right there. They come out and give Manny Perez the ball and a big pickup on first down.
So he gets 9 yards. Handoff left, just get it up the field for the first down, and they do as Perez, junior running back, with some good balance, works his way on the left side for the first down. So there's another one of our Nephi Federal Credit Union first downs at the 48-yard line after the 3-yard gain. And Emory has lost their game to Richfield. That game is complete. We'll pass out along in a bit. 4-man down front for the Bulldogs. Pass out into the flat. It's wide open inside the 50, 40, 30, and finally taken out inside the 30-yard line. Talk about opening that playbook, and they're attacking a lot of things here that Gunnison is not really ready for now. And the offense is Fernando Elmer. North Sevier's got a lot of weapons, and some of them just never touched the ball much in that first half, Nolan.
Yeah, that's right. And right there, Fernando Elmer doing a nice job catching the ball, but both Burke and Brooks Mickelson sprung him down the sideline with their blocking. And that's what you want to see out of your receivers is blocking not only the line of scrimmage but downfield. And teams that are successful, their receivers know how to block. And right there, that was a big play because of the blocking up front.
A timeout taken. These Big O Tires timeouts. Top quality tires, shocks, alignments, automotive work, and national warranty on Big O Tires. Your Big O and Nephi for one of them, the team you trust. What did you mark that play down for?
22 yards.
Okay, well, we agree. Because you're a lot more reliable than I am, I'll tell you, for two reasons. Number one, I'm not much of a bookkeeper. And secondly, I got my mind on a lot of other things. So.
No, that's all right. That's
it's teamwork.
It is teamwork, and, you know, that's what both teams out here in Gunnison recognizing, hey, we got to stop the momentum. That's two first downs. North Sevier's moving the ball, got some momentum, and we've got to call timeout and try to break up that momentum.
So from the 26-yard line of Gunnison, 1st and 10. And they'll go right up the middle with it. Breaking into the secondary on the carry is Burke Mickelson. Yeah, getting a lot of more people with a lot of more touches on the ball. I keep saying that they've opened the playbook here, and it is making a difference.
Yeah, and that's that same shovel pass they ran earlier in the game. It didn't only go for a couple yards, and now big play for another first down.
So to the 15-yard line, a 1st and 10. Wide side left, quickly to the line of scrimmage. Quarterback keep. Going to come up to the right-hand side. Cuts it inside the sideline and gets inside the 5-yard line. That was just student body. That was manpower there for North Severe. I would think at halftime they got a little bit of a lecture maybe about playing tougher up on the front trenches there.
Yeah, for sure, because they've came out with some momentum right now and really just kind of just marching it right down the field on Gunnison.
First downs, they've just chunked them out right here, 4 of them. 1st and goal at the 5. Ring motion, clear the motion. Handoff tailback. Left-hand side, never touched. That was easy going for Tate Johnson. He didn't have to look wayward one way or the other. That left guard just opened the big hole, and Tate Johnson ran right up the tube with it on a 5-yard touchdown run early here in the 3rd quarter of play at the 10:25 mark.
Yeah, and it, you know, looks like they've got the kicking tee out. They missed the extra point the first time around, but they did this same thing over at South Sevier last week, and they went for 2. Here they're just going to go ahead and kick the extra point.
Manny Perez is the holder, puts it down. The kick is up, and that one's high, long, and true. And that's 13-7 now. North Severe leading the Gunnison Bulldogs. We'll be back with the kickoff in 30 seconds.
As temperatures become cooler outside, insects will be looking for someplace warmer to live, like inside your home. Spiders, ants, earwigs, and other bugs will take refuge in your kitchen, bathroom, bedrooms, and even closets. To protect your home, call EcoLife for a professional pest control barrier. EcoLife applies a smell-free, safe-for-the-environment product to ensure you and your family are bug-free. All services are guaranteed. To schedule EcoLife to rid your home of bugs, call 283-6002. EcoLife is a proud supporter of Central Utah High School sports.
Well, not only did North Severe come out, they established authority right there. It'll be interesting to see if Gunnison can do something and get the momentum back, because right now it's for the North Severe side. They just look like a different team right there than they did in the first half.
You know, and I'm sure that the coaches were able to motivate them a little bit, because
that's a nice way of saying it.
After the first game with these two teams, North Severe totally dominated, and you'd expect that again tonight, but it's a playoff game and anything can happen. Gunnison 0-9 coming into this game. They're looking to try to pick up their first win. They don't want to go winless, and so you know, North Severe has come back and answered after that halftime.
Kickoff high, short one, fielded at the 32-yard line and secured there by Randy Maldonado for the Gunnison Bulldogs. And Nolan mentioned it on the pregame. I mean, there's so few numbers on this Gunnison team that they're going 3 ways in essence. Most of them are having to play special teams, offense, and defense.
You know, and a lot of freshmen too. You know, you get freshmen going up against seniors, and that's pretty tough.
So from the 36-yard line, near hash, wide side of the field to be to the right for the Bulldogs. Chris Edwards, who had a very productive first half of play, set wide receivers each way. Bring one in motion. And quarterback keeper, and bottle down. Back near the line of scrimmage. Might be a loss of about 1 foot there on that first play. Looked open early, and then closed down quick.
Yeah, and that's going to be the key, is if North Severe can make sure that they maintain Chris Edwards and not let him get any rushing yards, that's going to really limit what Gunnison can do offensively.
I think several of the Bulldogs missed a blocking assignment there, and that was just a manpower one, so a loss of a half yard, and brings up 2nd down and almost 11. Right on spot 35-yard line. And goes to the change and count. Got a step across on the defensive front, so it'll be, unless he was drawn across, a 2nd down and 6. Offsides on the defense.
Yeah, it looked like maybe they had a blitz on, and so he just, defensive lineman right there trying to just get inside and help set up the blitz for the linebacker there.
So second and crank it out into the right flat, incomplete. Handled by Hayden Booth, but he could not bring it on in. Now that pass there, really, you can just put a little more arch on that one. You could just soft touch it just a bit, make it easier on your receiver, because you're basically dropping that one in a hole.
Yeah, that one you got to put a little touch on. You can't rifle it in there as much as he did right there. But once again, North Sevier had the blitz on. They kept the same play defensively, and Tanner Sorensen got to Edwards just as he let the ball go that time.
Okay, the one tackle's down, the other one in a stand-up in that four-man front. Here comes the pressure coming through, and down he goes. Edwards gets back to about a yard shy of where they snapped the ball. It's 4th down and 6. So the North Sevier Wolves defense, other than that 5-yard penalty, very tough and stingy right there on that drive.
Yeah, you know, the only play offensively they were able to get was a penalty defensively on North Sevier.
Punt situation here for the Gunnison Bulldogs. And the punt will come away high, relatively short, and takes a bounce back in favor of North Sevier. Interesting that these punts have bounced back towards the punter rather than up the field.
They have, and right there, Alex Holder, the senior, doing a nice job hustling down on the special teams, able to save a few more yards that would have been in North Sevier's favor, as that ball did take the bounce back towards Gunnison end of the field right there. And so credit Alex Holder for hustling down there and making that play.
33-yard line is where North Sevier will start this drive. The last one started at the 40, and it was a 60-yard drive in 6 plays, 4 first downs. Got the touchdown. Handoff, sweep left, turn the corner, up the field, into the secondary at the 40, still going, 10 and 11-yard gain. Eating up big chunks of yardage now, this North Sevier team, looking a lot different than they did in the first half of play. Tate Sorensen's been eating up a lot of that yardage.
Yeah, you know, you got to like Connor Olson right there. That's the one thing, you know, if North Sevier would hit the ball in his hands, you know, he's got great speed and can make big plays.
So from the 44-yard line after the 11-yard gain, dump it to the outside on the pass, and that's not going to get anything back to the line of scrimmage is what they'll have for that one.
Yeah, that time they just tried to run a little toss sweep to the short side of the field, and there's just not a lot of room there for Perez to do anything. And defensively, Alex Holder, we mentioned him on the special teams, making the stop there as well.
2nd down and 10. Bring motion and hand it off. Full motion back, comes around the right-hand side, jukes inside, comes to the outside, turn the corner, and has the first down. Connor Olson. He's flowing right now, feeling it, and runs there and did a nice little inside juke fake, came to the outside, turned it up the field, and takes it into Gunnison territory at the 43-yard line.
Yeah, that's 2 back-to-back first downs for Olson on that kind of that speed sweep.
So they'll set the offense with the wide receiver. The wide side of the field is to the left here at the 7:24 mark on the Intermountain Hospital scoreboard, 3rd period. North Sevier leading. And stepping in and snagging defensively, big defensive Isaiah O'Neill, who expect him to do those kind of things. Big middle linebacker, and when you get in his grasp, you're probably not going to go much of anywhere.
No, you know, Isaiah O'Neill, like you mentioned, first one there with the big bear hug, and then there was 7 other Bulldogs. So there was 8 Bulldogs in on that tackle to finish off Manny Perez right there. And, you know, as a defensive coach, you got to like to see that guys rallying to the football and getting to the plays.
By the way, you see more and more high schools adding that play clock now to features here where the quarterbacks can and others can look at it. They'll overload left-hand side now as they bring into the slot there, and they're going to take a timeout. Didn't like the set they had. North Sevier takes a timeout, leading it here at 13-7. We'll take this timeout as well, presented by Big O Tires. Back in 30 seconds.
I'm John Sorensen. I'm a general surgeon here at Central Valley Medical Center in Nephi. For the last 29 years, I've been involved in the U.S. Army Medical Corps and deployed 4 times in the last 15 years. When I got back, I decided I wanted to work in a smaller community and take care of patients. Nephi fits that bill very nicely. The people are wonderful. I think all of my experiences have contributed to making me a better physician. I'm interested in continuing to improve myself and my skills here in Nephi.
A second down call now from the 45-yard line, 2nd and 12. For the North Sevier Wolves. 2 downs to try to get this yardage up. Looking for a screen pass, is he? Yep, dump off screen, coming through, and again, Isaiah O'Neill. 2 big defensive plays here by Isaiah O'Neill. Zion Pharmacy presenting those defensive plays. Offering computerized prescription service, prompt refills, friendly service, Zion Pharmacy in Canap, Family Pharmacy. So it's going to bring up, after a loss of a yard on the screen pass, a 3rd and 13.
Yeah, Isaiah O'Neill just reading that defensively. And, you know, he's a senior. He's someone they rely on a lot, playing the offensive line and then playing that linebacker. He's a big 6'2", just a big, solid football player.
So the 3rd down, make the option pitch to the outside and defensive stand there. This big defensive play by Alex Holder. He's made his presence known on a couple of occasions here in this series.
Yeah, he has. And, you know, the last 3 plays right there, Gunnison coming up with some big stops and forces a long 4th down right here for North Sevier.
So the loss of a yard on that one. From the 48-yard line. Snap to the punter for North Sevier. And he'll have the kick to the right-hand side. Nice long one. Fielded out of the air at the 10-yard line. Trying to work to the outside, run the perimeter, and get back to about the 15 is all on the carry on the return. So they'll go with a 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at that point after the punt here in this 3rd quarter of play. 5:38 remaining.
You know, Gunnison, after letting North Sevier go right down and score coming out to start this 2nd half.
Stiffened up a little
yeah,
bit.
they did. You know, they called the timeout. They made some adjustments, and then that time defensively stopped North Sevier and forced the punt, and now they'll take over.
I haven't had a chance to really look on much on replays, but I'm guessing that middle is open now in that zone where Isaiah O'Neill vacates. They'll try to pass it out into the right. It's tipped up into the air, incomplete. When I'm talking here offensively for North Sevier, maybe about a 10-yard pattern right over the middle where your middle linebacker's vacated.
Yeah, for sure. And, you know, right there, a big defensive play for North Sevier as big number 20, Tate Johnson, got his hands up and knocked that pass down. Brings up 2nd and 10 for Gunnison.
At the 15, wide side of the field to their offensive left near us as they go right to left, south to north. And we're under pressure, coming to the outside, stepping up, still looking where to go. And flushing to the right-hand side, going to tuck it and try to spin inside and get about a 6-yard gain. Chris Edwards, the quarterback, did a lot of dancing and got finally around the right corner. Containment was able to keep him from going for a long yardage, but he still was able to turn a 5-yard gain.
Yeah, he made a lot right there out of nothing. And once again, that spin move, he would have been stopped probably right at the line of scrimmage, if not maybe just a yard pass, but was able to spin and pick up 3-4 more yards. So that spin move's kind of one of his signature moves when he runs the football.
So 3rd down from the 20 for the Bulldogs. Trips to the left. Plant, throw it right across on the slant and has it complete. Out there to Caden Madsen for the 1st down. We talked earlier about how tough that is to defend that when it's thrown accurately and on the money.
Yeah, and right now that middle of the field, they like to run that little slant, those inside routes, and it's just behind the linebackers as they're coming up the line of scrimmage, and a lot of times blitzing and different things, and they're just finding that little hole right there underneath the safeties.
So a pass completion of 6 yards and the 1st down, the first pass completion of this half of play. And he's in the pocket, settles in, comes across, intercepted. I don't know where he's trying to go with it, but it's pick. It's going to be a pick 6. It's gone. It's cashing in into the end zone on the pick by Brooks Mickelson. The safety stepped in on that one. He snagged it on the pass over the middle, and it was thrown into a pack of people. I don't know if they'd gone into a zone. We'll watch this on the replay here. If they kind of did a modified zone after that, the middle linebacker had dropped, so he was filling that zone, and yeah, it was just easy pickings for the safety over there.
Yeah, North Sevier runs that cover too, where they got the two safeties back there, and Brooks Mickelson, one of the safeties, read that one perfectly and just stepped in front, and nobody going to stop him from scoring on that.
Point after attempt to come up here now for North Sevier, and it is good. So the defense scores on the interception return for the touchdown here in the third quarter at 4:16, and puts North Sevier up in this ball game by the score of 20-7. We'll be back with the kickoff in 1 minute.
You've heard for years that Gunnison Market is your hometown grocer. Now Gunnison Market offers you a hometown pharmacist. Come experience friendly hometown service from Sean Sorensen at Gunnison Market Pharmacy. Sean grew up in Gunnison and offers competitive prices, expert advice, and convenient hours, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday and 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturdays. Explore the loyalty card benefits, which gives you a free gift card for every 10 prescriptions filled. Call 528-7555 or visit Gunnison Market Pharmacy.
They got the kickoff coming up here from the 40-yard line for the North Sevier Wolves. They have scored twice in a quarter. Defense scores once there for them. And Brooks Mickelson, Tate Johnson doing the scoring. And they'll kick off here to the Gunnison Bulldogs. So there's a little bit of a spark going there for Gunnison, and then they turned it over after a first down on the interception, trying to throw it in the pack over the middle. Approach and the kick. Comes near side. And takes a bounce and goes out of bounds. So it'll come out and be 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs after that turnover. And they trail now by a couple of scores. They'd have to score twice here in this ball game.
Yeah, and that's obviously, Edwards has the arm and they have the receivers, but it's not necessarily their forte. They like to run the ball and let Edwards kind of do his thing on the ground. He does have the arm, but it's going to force them to have to start throwing the football and throwing it downfield a little more. And North Sevier defensively, they're playing that cover too to help defend the pass, and that's the reason they come up with that pick 6 on that last play of Gunnison's.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line for the Bulldogs here in this third quarter of play. Final score tonight was Ridgefield defeating Emory, quarterback keeper by Edwards. Oh, he scoots to the outside. He's got room, gets a key block there, turns a corner. And I think one of those blocks on the outside, it was 88 Madsen. I'm not sure who made a nice one, but he gets good yardage on it. And goes to the 50-yard line. So they pick up 15 yards and a first down on one of their bread and butter plays.
Yeah, that's what they want to do is, let Edwards run the ball. And I just said they're going to have to start throwing the ball being down 2 scores, but if they can pick up 15 yards on the run, they'll probably be happy with that and continue to do that.
Ridgefield defeated Emory 21-7 in that 3A game. Other games are in progress. We'll have scores on our post-game show presented by Sunrise Engineering. Quick pass to the outside, out in the flat, and try to bubble it, and he made the wrong read. That's good defense out there. Madsen should have just come inside. He tried to bubble outside, and he pays for it with a big loss.
Yeah, that time Riley Ogden, probably as solid a defender as North Sevier has defensively, makes just every tackle I've seen him have an opportunity. He makes it. He very seldomly misses, and just read that one perfectly. And like you said, Madsen should have read that he was there. He had the outside contained and need to cut it up inside.
So a loss of 4 brings up a 2nd down and 14 from the 46-yard line. Wide side of the field is to the left. And I'll go up the middle and not have anything there. Back to the line of scrimmage. So no gain there. Brings up 3rd down and 14. 7:11 remaining in the third period. Manti leading Judge 23-14. And that makes it, that's a 2-score margin that Judge Memorial would have to. They've got the offensive firepower, though, Judge Memorial does. So that'll be interesting to see how that one plays out. And right here, we're 3rd down and long for the Gunnison Bulldogs, trailing at 20-7 in the third quarter. Up there on the Intermountain Hospital scoreboard. Delta and Fillmore Hospitals, healing for life. Wide side is left. A single wide out there to the left. He's going to roll to the right and be flushed out, grabbed by the jersey, and down he goes. All righty, I just, you know, you're rolling right short side of the field and you got backside blitz coming. I don't quite understand that one, but it's a big loss and it'll be a punt situation.
Yeah, and he had no place to go. He actually tried to spin around and try to avoid the defensive end that was crashing down on him, but just no place to go as the linebackers for North Sevier were across the line in the backfield.
So a punt situation for the Bulldogs. Punted away, gets blocked, tipped wide up high into the air, takes a bounce back there, and I think it's covered up and then rolls out of bounds at about the 32-yard line. So North Sevier will have the ball at the 31.5, 32-yard line. So they've got a great opportunity here at the 32. North Sevier after the blocked punt.
Yeah, North Sevier special teams doing a nice job right there. He had no chance to get that one off, as there was like three North Sevier defenders right there in his face to block that one, and the coaching staff on the sidelines trying to get him to pick it up and run that one in, but the ball just gets out of bounds.
So they'll have it at the 32 from the gun. Crane, hands off. He's got room to the right-hand side. He's an inside block, but he got good yardage anyways. He goes inside the 20. And so that really will loosen things up as he attacks wide on the quarterback keeper. So from a 32 to the 20 and a 12-yard gain for a Nephi Federal Credit Union first down. At the 20 for the North Sevier Wolves, going left to right there in the dark uniforms. Coming up on our post-game show, presented by Sunrise Engineering, serving clients in Utah, Idaho, Wyoming, and Arizona for over 30 years. Centricom Channel 10 providing our video today, and you're listening here on Class FM with Larry Masco and Nolan Anderson in our coverage. Quarterback going to pitch it around. He's got room. Just tuck it up the field and go. Gets a block to the outside, back inside. And Brooks Mickelson will get some good yardage around that left-hand side. The hole was just humongous early on. It's just that after that pitch, it takes a while to get there, you know, to the seam.
It does, you know, and Gunnison did a nice job of taking away the outside contain and forcing Brooks to turn that one up to the inside, which was the right thing for him to do, but it allowed those backside pursuit tacklers to come in and make the stop.
Pickup of 3 brings up second down at the 17. Handed off, ball at the right-hand side, cut it back up the field, got room, tucks inside, and goes to the 11-yard line on that carry by Fernando Elmer. So from the 17 to the 11, and they'll have third, and they're not going to quite give him much yardage as I thought. It's going to be third and almost 2 for that.
Yeah, and right now North Sevier trying to just get to the line, kind of run that hurry-up offense.
And they get the first down easily. Hurry up, keep the defense on their heels, get the first down easily inside the 10 on about a 3-yard gain.
Yeah, just that quarterback sneak, get up on the ball and don't let the defensive Gunnison get set and able to pick up that first down.
So at the 8-yard line, and that is the end of the third period of play with North Sevier leading the Gunnison Bulldogs 20-7. We'll be back in 30 seconds with fourth quarter action.
Looking for an affordable car, truck, or SUV? The two guys at CarWise have you covered with vehicles starting as low as $4,000. Go to carwiseutah.com to check out our inventory, or come see us in person at 1220 South State Street in Salina. And don't worry if your credit's not the best, we've got you covered there too. Give us a call at 435-287-2277. Shop Wise, shop CarWise. Go to carwiseutah.com to check out our inventory.
Today's action is presented in part by South Sanpete Pack, offering custom meat processing and selling Norbest products, ribeye, sirloin steaks. South Sanpete Pack in Centerfield, 528-3768. You know the Hunts, meat processing, South Sanpete Pack, one of our sponsors today here in our ball game. Well, it's a big set of downs right here with a first and goal at the 9-yard line for the North Sevier Wolves. A touchdown here basically would put this game in their pocket early in the fourth quarter of play. The wide side of the field will be to the left as they go south to north, right to left here. Here in this fourth quarter, under the lights now. And Gunnison taking the field defensively. 4-man front. Got the running back and an H back in there. Quarterback on the keeper, cuts it up the field and across the grain, and I think he's going to probably be down at about the 2.5-yard line. We'll see where they spot across the way from the 9 to about the 3. So it'll be they only gave him about 5 yards on that game. They placed it almost at the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Under center this time. And a dive back, hit, down he goes. Got hit in the backfield. And I think it was Thomas
Yardley, yeah, right there. You know, that's about the 3rd time that North Sevier's put Tate Johnson in the backfield. And, you know, he read that one perfectly that time and figured, hey, if it's down the goal line, this is what they did last time. Tate went in untouched, and Thomas Yardley was right there to make the stop.
So it's 3rd now. There's a CC Auto Parts pit stop of the game. Huge inventory of automotive parts, top quality automotive paint, and more. You're in the Kanab area, CC Auto Parts, Napa Auto Parts store down there. So 3rd down now from the 6.5-yard line and goal. And right it on an option handoff, and it'll be right-hand side, cutting it in and then out. Manny Perez gets to the 4-yard line and 4th and, well, just say the 5. Boy,
yeah,
it's at the 4 where they spotted the ball. The yard marker across the way, down marker is just inside there. So, but it looks solidly at the 4. So they will take a timeout here, discuss it on the North Sevier sideline. We'll be back in 30 seconds after this Big O Tires timeout.
Hi, this is Kevin Matson with Cache Valley Bank. Is your good old truck not as good as it used to be? Do you need a more dependable set of wheels? Then cruise on over to Cache Valley Bank. We offer great rates, low fees, and quick service on our auto loans. Come and apply today in Ephraim, Mount Pleasant, or Fairview. You'll be glad you did. Cache Valley Bank, a tradition of helping. Member FDIC.
Well, you're looking at scenarios here. If you get a field goal, it makes it basically that Gunnison would have to score 3 times in one way or another. If you do the touchdown, obviously they do. So it's see which way they go with it here as they line up. Kind of a power set on his 4th and goal just inside the 5-yard line. And then a timeout taken by the Gunnison Bulldogs. So we play cat and mouse timeouts. Another one of those Big O Tire timeouts. Top quality tires, shocks, alignments, automotive work, and a national warranty on Big O Tires. Your Big O Tires in Nephi, the team that you can trust. And today's ballgame has been presented in part by Hermanson's Mill for headquarters for farm and garden seeds, fertilizers, livestock, and pet feed, and fencing supplies. Hermanson's Mill in Gunnison. And earlier I was going to mention that big hit that Isaiah O'Neill put on one time. A Freedom Ford hit of the game defensively in that one stand for Gunnison. The leader in selection, price, service, and financing on cars, trucks, and SUVs. Mid-Utah's new and used car dealer, Freedom Ford in Gunnison. Cam, we'll put you in the head coaching seat here. What are you going to do?
Well, you know, they came out, like you said, a formation that I don't think I've seen, and Gunnison hasn't seen it. And so Gunnison calls timeout, smart on their part. A lot of times you'll see the coaches change, but it looks like they're going to stay with their play call.
I don't think in 30 seconds of a timeout, if you're Gunnison defensively, you'd know a whole lot to adjust. You might step a middle linebacker up in the middle, and they're going to dump the pass over the middle, and it's incomplete. So went to the direct snap.
Kind of the Tim Tebow, Florida.
Yeah, to Brooks Mickelson. Brooks tried to come over the middle with it. I'd rather have Brooks on the receiving end of that. I know he'd like, because he can jump in the air, but he just got all bogged up in there. So it's an incomplete pass and turned the ball over. But here's the other thing. You turn it over deep in Gunnison's territory, and if you're going to put some weight on your defense now and say, okay, guys, we need a stop and a stick right here because we've got Gunnison deep. And, you know, a stop here, take a lot of time off. They're going to hand it off. Well, quarterback going to keep it, dance to the outside, dance back to the outside again. Chris Edwards, money man, he's the guy they go to, and you got to know they were going to do that. And they get a good block opening on that right side to get him to the 13-yard line. So he picked up almost 9.
Yeah, and it was Gabe Wilcox who had to make the tackle coming from behind him as Edwards had already got past him on the outside, and he just kind of ran him down from behind.
9-yard gain, 2nd and short at the 13.5. From the gun, hands it to his running back, tries to surge, and the ball might have popped loose here to see if North Sevier's got it. They do. Coughed it up. on the running back. The exchange, I think, was fine, unless the running back was kind of mishandling as he
was
received
fine
it, but it was fine.
there. The North Sevier tackle, I'm not sure who it was that first got his hand on it, but Burke Mickelson's the one that picked it up. It was Tate Johnson that hit him and caused the fumble, and Burke Mickelson comes in and picks that one up.
So after the turnover here, it is opportunity for North Sevier at the 15-yard line of the Gunnison Bulldogs after that fumble recovery. So that third turnover of the ball game here. Well, actually 4 turnovers for Gunnison this ball game. There was the interception by Brooks earlier. So Crane in the pocket, going to deliver to the outside, incomplete. You know, Gunnison had 2 people up in underneath coverage there, which means they vacated a zone. They feel they can get away with that when it's this deep, I guess, and they don't have to protect 40 yards down the field. So incompletion. Basically no huddle here, and run again from the 15 after the incompletion there. Crane has 1 running back beside him, makes the inside shovel pass, turn to corner left-hand side, and get it down to about the 6-yard line, so close to the first down. Nice. That's a motion left. It's a flow left. A lot of shuttle passes just come right in the middle. That one would be just inversion of a pitch sweep. That's a basically a pitch shovel pass inside, and to get some good yardage there, a pickup of 8.
Yeah, and that's about the 3rd time we saw that play, and the last 2 times have both went for big yards.
So 3rd and long 2 out at the 7.5, 8-yard line. A pitch sweep to the outside, and that's going to work for the touchdown. That was well blocked, well designed, well called. Let's to go to Manny Pettis. And Manny, he knew what was ahead of him. He almost like he was begging, give me the ball, give me the ball. Give it to me now. And they do for the touchdown run as he scores it there for North Sevier at the 9-minute mark.
Yeah, that was just a great job of blocking up front, and a great play call because Gunnison was bringing the blitz on the inside. They run that toss sweep to the outside, and Perez was untouched going in the end zone.
Extra point attempt to come up here, and it is up. And it's no good. It's wide to the right. So it's 26-7. North Sevier leading Gunnison Bulldogs. Back in a minute with the kickoff.
Mountain Utah Family Medicine in Richfield is committed to providing compassionate, patient-centered, high-quality care to patients of all ages. Our staff of highly skilled and experienced care providers offer a wide variety of advanced medical care and treatment services for you and your family. We offer convenient appointment times, including after-hour services. Place your health and wellness in the hands of experienced medical professionals by scheduling an appointment with our physicians today. 435-896-9561.
Sahara Motors, just north of Delta, makes the vehicle buying process easy and stress-free just for you. Choose from 5 new brands under one roof and let the adventure begin. That's right, Sahara Motors has new Ford, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram all under one roof to make the process quick and easy. Oh yeah, and an entire lot full of pre-owned vehicles completes the deal. Be sure to welcome Kaylin Sperry to the sales force at Sahara Motors, just north of Delta.
Kickoff coming up here for the North Sevier Wolves. Kicking right to left, and the Gunnison Bulldogs to return. Now trading here in this ball game. So North Sevier is controlled here in the 3rd and 4th quarter of this contest. High kickoff. And fieldable at the 10-yard line, 15, the 20, and down at the 20-yard line. So that's where the Bulldogs will take over after they've had some turnover problems. And they'll go right there.
Yeah, that was a freshman, Landon Gale, too, on the kick team right there. Special teams doing his job, doing a great job of getting downfield, and a nice high kick, and makes the tackle. So Gunnison takes over 1st and 10 from the 20.
And they are trailing here by 26-7 in this contest. Edwards in the pocket, looking, flushing out to the left-hand side. Going to look long. He's got a receiver open deep and cannot get to the pass at the 47-yard line. Caden Madsen broke through the coverage. The cornerback kind of sucked up here I'm sure they'll tell him about that one.
Yeah,
You need to be playing prevent. You take everything deep now. If they get first down in front of you, that's okay.
Yeah, and you have to wait till the quarterback commits and crosses the line of scrimmage before you come up to try to make a tackle. And fortunately for North Sevier, they're unable to make the completion, and I'm sure that's one that Edwards wishes he had back.
Yeah. From the gun, Edwards plants, looks right, flushed out, going to step it up in the pocket. Comes out to the left-hand side, throws the pass, incomplete. Far sideline, out of bounds. He really raffled that one, just making sure he didn't get a sack, trying to give a receiver maybe a chance to get to it. So another incompletion here, and they come down to a third down and 10 at the 20-yard line. Fourth quarter action at 26-7. North Sevier the lead at 8:44 over the Gunnison Bulldogs on the Intermountain Hospital scoreboard. Looking to the right, pass to the right on an inside move inside. It's going to depend on the spot here. I think the knee went down shy, and I think they're going to mark him shy.
Yeah, where the ball was behind the line of scrimmage, or the first down line there. And,
fourth and short.
Fourth and inches.
And a timeout taken by Gunnison. I believe it came from that far side, I think, initially. Timeout on the field here. Gunnison facing a fourth and short. And the timeout on the field presented by Big O Tires in Nephi, the team you trust, and also surrounding areas. We'll take a 30-second break as well.
School is back in session, which means cold and flu season isn't far behind. So stop by Service Drug today and receive your flu shot. They have vaccines available for all ages, and most insurances pay 100% of the cost. Service Drug also offers vaccines for other diseases, including shingles and pneumonia. Receive your injection in a private professional environment administered by licensed professionals. Let Service Drug provide your flu shot and receive a $5 coupon good on a $25 purchase, and be entered to win a $25 gift certificate as well. Service Drug in Delta and Fillmore, dedicated to your good health and good value.
Well, ask for a measurement, buys you some time to think, and they are about length of the football short. And Edwards stays on the field in the quarterback spot here on the fourth and short.
You know, and the one thing that I'm surprised that they don't do, and that's put him under center
right now.
And they never have.
Yeah. And hand it off right-hand side. Well, he keeps it himself, goes right-hand side. So he steps back, looks for the hole, and gets the first down as he gets it out to the 33-yard line. So that will give them the first down on that spot there. After the gain of 3. Well, yeah, he got about 3 yards off of it, I think. 33-yard line. In the pocket, just staying right where he was at in the gun, and goes down. A loss of 3. Back to the 30-yard line. So they're backing him up here now on the second down call from the 31. 30 and a half.
Yeah, and, you know, pretty much all night long, North Sevier's brought someone, you know, pressure one of those linebackers, whether it be Tate Johnson, Tanner Sorensen, or Burke Mickelson, and trying to just get pressure on Edwards.
Edwards in the pocket, throws out into, it's intercepted, pick out in the flat. He did not get it over the outstretched hands. Pick was made down the sideline by Burke Mickelson, and Burke picks that off from that outside linebacker, rotating over in that coverage on the underneath, and makes the pick off the interception by Edwards. And North Sevier will have another excellent opportunity here at the 7:27 mark.
And that was just a one-handed catch. He spun his body around, brought that in one-handed. He is left-handed, but he caught it with his left hand and did a nice job, and almost got in there for the pick six. His brother had the pick six early in the game, so he's not wanting to go home and have his older brother have one up on him. And
they'll be dining.
What a play.
They'll be at Denny's tomorrow. They'll be out there eating, so or wherever they choose to go tomorrow. A first down out at the 13-yard line for the North Sevier Wolves.
Hey, Coach, you got timeout.
They've got only 2 seconds. They're going to have to take a timeout here. Too much time on the sideline, so they do take a timeout for North Sevier. We'll do likewise. Come back here in 30 seconds.
Smithfield Hog Production Division offers excellent career opportunities right here in our area. The Smithfield team offers great jobs with growth potential in all phases of animal production, starting at $10 per hour or more based on experience, leadership, and education. Smithfield's benefits include medical, dental, vision, 401k, life insurance, pension, education reimbursement, pay time off, and more. Visit smithfieldfoods.com/careers or call 435-387-6000. That's 387-6000. Smithfield, good food responsibly.
Our post-game show coming up, presented by Sunrise Engineering, promoting athletic and academic excellence. Visit them at sunrise-eng. So out of the timeout to settle things offensively, 1st and 10 for North Sevier, leading this comfortably, and if they poke this one in real comfortably. Handoff, speed sweep, left, bubble it, can't do it. Oh, comes back to the right-hand side, and he needs a quarterback to get out and make a block for him. And turning the corner and go for the touchdown. Is that Fernando?
Fernando Elmer.
Fernando Elmer made a Fernando romp right there. And hot salsa stuff to get it into the end zone from 13 yards away. He ran 100, but he got the 13. He came left. That was bottled up. He rotated out of that one, came back to the right-hand side, got a nice little block from Crane, the quarterback, and turned it inside to march it in for the touchdown.
Yeah, that was, I think that's what was the key, is him getting spun around back the other way. The pursuit of Gunnison over-pursued, and nobody on the backside, and just a nice run. And, you know, that second effort of Elmer, not willing to just give up and quit right there, finds the end zone.
Bears had to get the helmet on, get out there and hold for this extra point attempt. And it's the fake. They'll look for the 2. Going to run to right-hand side, try to pass it into the end zone. Jump ball and too high from Cody Christensen, so that conversion will fall short. 32-7 now.
Unsuccessful there.
After the fail of the extra point attempt. As North Sevier has taken the lead, turned over the opportunity there after the interception on the play from the 13-yard line. We'll be back with the kickoff in a minute.
As temperatures become cooler outside, insects will be looking for someplace warmer to live, like inside your home. Spiders, ants, earwigs, and other bugs will take refuge in your kitchen, bathroom, bedrooms, and even closets. To protect your home, call EcoLife for a professional pest control barrier. EcoLife applies a smell-free, safe for the environment product to ensure you and your family are bug-free. All services are guaranteed. To schedule EcoLife to rid your home of bugs, call 283-6002. EcoLife is a proud supporter of Central Utah High School sports.
Scorers summary from this second half of action, which North Sevier has dominated. D-Land title since 1946. D-Land title of Mantine Ridgefield has served Utah with full title service, title searches, and insurance and document preparation. And it has been the scoring parade of Tate Johnson and also Perez and Elmer as they go up here at 32-7. And the kick fielded in the corner by Hanson. And here comes a flag flying in, and that was way ahead of the advance of the ball, so we'll see what that one comes out to for this one. So 32-7 on the scoreboard. All that scoring here. Tate Johnson started it off, 10:25 mark, and then Brooks Mickelson with the intercept, and Perez, Elmer with rushes in this second half of a play. Blocking the back on the Gunnison Bulldogs. It will probably spot the ball around the 10.
Yeah,
time they're done with it here, I think. Inside the 10, maybe even. I'll see what the Bulldogs will try to do here at the, I'm just going to say the 10.
Yep.
I'm good with round numbers.
Yep.
So from their own 10-yard line here for Gunnison. Just try to wind off the final 7 minutes of this one. Edwards, senior quarterback, pass to the outside and complete. It was there. And that's that freshman.
That's intended for Avery Anderson right there. He's had a few nice plays in this first half, and that pass was just a little bit too high. And the reason that was high was Gabe Wilcox was right there and forced Edwards to throw that one up over his outstretched arms.
It's not like Avery is the biggest, tallest guy in the world by any means there. So, okay, second down call. Edwards steps up, then rolls left, going to keep it himself. Come inside, outside, and he'll go down after a pickup out to the 16 or 17-yard line. Gang tackled there by the North Sevier Wolves, and it'll be a third down after the pickup of 6 on that second down carry. So the 16-yard line, third down. That's see the double slot right. Looks to the outside, floated out there, have it enough for the completion for the first down. And Hanson, Madsen, all in that right flat. This pass goes to Caden Madsen, and he's a little slow to come up. So he got hit down low.
Yeah, he did. Hayden Olson doing a nice job of just playing good, solid football, playing that outside left defensive back, and comes in and hits him right in the thigh pads right there. And, you know, that one hurts, especially if it's just above that thigh pad.
Pickup of 6 for the first down. And they're at the right hash, wide side of the field to the left from the 22-yard line. Rolls to the right, still trying to keep it alive. Looking down the sideline to Hanson. Hanson makes the catch. That was an acrobatic one. That was quite the catch there by Hanson on the sideline for the first down. Improvisation here. And they do a good job connecting. Gunnison Implement catch of the game here. Your dealer for Can-Am and Kimco ATVs and side-by-sides, LS Tractors, Do It Best Hardware, and CarQuest Auto Parts at Gunnison Implement. So first down out to the 42-yard line on the 20-yard completion. Back-to-back first downs with the Bulldogs. Pressure at the outside. Again, they'll pass to the right side to Avery Anderson, incomplete. And took a pretty good hit. Going to come back to the huddle thing. Ooh, I felt that one.
Yeah, that's a freshman going up against a senior right there, and Brooks Mickelson right there. You know, Avery might be glad he didn't catch that ball.
Second down from the 42. Trips to the wide side left. We got an inside across pattern, and then quarterback rolling right, going to throw long, looking down for Avery Anderson, playing on it, catches the ball. And he got deep, and he got inside the 15. You know, he made a pretty good adjustment on that. Got his head turned, got back, and made the adjustment on the pass.
Yeah, he did, and the thing that you got to like, you know, for out of the freshman right there is he kept running. He knows what his quarterback's capable of doing, that he's got a big arm and he can throw it. He just kept running down the field. A lot of times when a quarterback scrambles, you like to come back, and he knew to just keep running down the field, and he would find him, and just a nice play and catch.
So big yardage down to the 13 of North Sevier. 1st and 10 there for the Gunnison Bulldogs. And going to dash out to the middle, and down he goes as he gets to about the 10-yard line. And they make it to the, now they're going to say back to the
I think
15.
Yeah.
Lost a yard. Okay.
Lost a yard on that. Gage Mason, the senior for North Sevier, with the tackle.
In the gun, all alone. Rolls to the left. Looking into the end zone, got a player wide open, and makes the catch for the touchdown. Give me a number. Give me a number over there.
Number 3.
On the catch is Chance Helms. Snagging that one on what will be a 15-yard pass completion to Helms for the Gunnison Bulldogs. So the points coming here at the 5:19 mark, and they went to the air and were successful with it.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to go for 2 here, probably try to get as many points as they can and add 2 more to the score.
Right now at 32-13, they'll try to cut that in half. Looking to throw, comes across to the right side, and they've got it complete for the 2-point conversion to Hanson. So the 2-point conversion is good for the Gunnison Bulldogs, and on the scoreboard, 32-15 in favor of North Sevier. We'll be back with the kickoff in a minute.
I'm John Sorensen. I'm a general surgeon here at Central Valley Medical Center in Nephi. For the last 29 years, I've been involved in the U.S. Army Medical Corps and deployed 4 times in the last 15 years. When I got back, I decided I wanted to work in a smaller community and take care of patients. Nephi fits that bill very nicely. The people are wonderful. I think all of my experiences have contributed to making me a better physician. I'm interested in continuing to improve myself and my skills here in Nephi.
You've heard for years that Gunnison Market is your hometown grocer. Now Gunnison Market offers you a hometown pharmacist. Come experience friendly hometown service from Sean Sorensen at Gunnison Market Pharmacy. Sean grew up in Gunnison and offers competitive prices, expert advice, and convenient hours, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday and 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturdays. Explore the loyalty card benefits, which gives you a free gift card for every 10 prescriptions filled. Call 528-7555 or visit Gunnison Market Pharmacy.
Kickoff coming up here, another one of our kickoffs this evening. And Gunnison Valley Hospital, whether it's a routine visit or sports-related head injury, Gunnison Valley Hospital doctors and nurses on hand. Squibbing it, and a bunch of people around the 45-yard line on basically was an onside kick. And it was very effective. It cut through that first tier and then found a little hole in a little seam there. And then you got a bunch of people dogpiling on it here.
Yeah, and I'm not sure. It could be anyone's ball. They're just clearing off the pile, but it will be North Sevier's, it looks like.
Kane School District providing students excellent instruction and empowering a measurable opportunity. One of our Mid-Utah radio sponsors this season of our coverage throughout the area, building the future. So it is at the 44-yard line. It's a 1st and 10 for North Sevier at that point. So ball protection time now for the North Sevier Wolves. Manti has scored again on Judge Memorial and leads 30-14 with 5 minutes remaining in that ball game. Motion to the right-hand side to double up on the slot right. Hand it off and wrap those hands up. Dash to the outside, put around it again. They're ripping at the ball trying to get to it, but good run. And goes to the midfield marker. And then the coming in on the tackle, Thomas Yardley. And also Ty Hill. I'll be back next year. Big lineman on that front line for the Gunnison Bulldogs.
Yeah, both he and Thomas Yardley, both just juniors, so they'll both be back for the Bulldogs. And both have had nice games tonight and, you know, good years. You know, Ty does both offensive and defensive line, and Thomas both playing that middle linebacker and running back position for Gunnison.
So a pickup of 7 brings up the 2nd down and 3. And quarterback keep. Wrap it up. He gets the 1st down to Moore, down to the sideline. Ogden inside, fumbles the football. What did I say? Did I say something about wrapping it up? You know, you're leading the ball game pretty well here. Number 1 is ball security. Just keep that thing wrapped up. I know it's so easy. I gotta go into sprint motion here, so I want to one-hand that thing. You just got to tuck it and be conventional. So we had a flag back here too, so there's a lot of things to sort out here in this ball game right now. Post-game show coming up, presented by Sunrise Engineering. We'll take a look at that Intermountain Hospital scoreboard for you, and some scores coming up on that post-game show as well in tonight's coverage. Gunnison Implement, your dealer for Can-Am and Kimco ATVs and side-by-sides, LS tractors and more. Gunnison Implement in Gunnison. So the spot of the ball at the flag was at the 45. It was a holding call. Hold on North Sevier. Puts the ball to the 45-yard line of North Sevier.
Yeah, and they catch a break right there because the fumble, Gunnison comes up with the ball, and I'm not sure why, you know, unless they said the penalty was before the snap, because the ball stayed in bounds. As you watch the replay right here,
it did stay in bounds, huh?
Stays in bounds, and Gunnison comes up with it. But fortunate for North Sevier, they maintain possession.
Handoff left-hand side, and no gain on that one. So that'll bring up a 3rd down. Clock running at 4:23 in this contest. We'll take a look at the brackets on that post-game show. Well, maybe we won't. Come to think of it, I'm not sure if I brought them. Left them at home. A 3rd down call now. That's what I knew I was forgetting when I came down here. Fumble by the quarterback, picks it up, Crane, throws it over the middle, got it over the linebacker, drops it in for the 1st down. Well, that was a little scary, though, wasn't it, coming over that linebacker with it?
Yeah, it was, and, you know, Cody Christensen, that's his first catch of the night. But
it's a good one.
Yeah, it was a good one, and it coming at the right time because it keeps the 1st down, you know, gives North Sevier, keeps the possession going. Otherwise, they're punting and giving Gunnison the ball back. You know, they're still down 17 points, but with 2 scores and even 2 two-point conversions, you know, still not enough right here. So North Sevier has a chance just to kind of run this clock out.
1st and 10 at the Gunnison 41. Oh, bad snap, high snap. Smart for Ogden just to get up and cover that up back at the 46-yard line. So it will be a long yardage situation here. Gunnison is going to take a timeout across the way. Timeout on the field. We'll be back. No, it's North Sevier timeout. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Looking for an affordable car, truck, or SUV? The 2 guys at CarWise have you covered with vehicles starting as low as $4,000. Go to carwiseutah.com to check out our inventory, or come see us in person at 1220 South State Street in Salina. And don't worry if your credit's not the best, we've got you covered there too. Give us a call at 435-287-2277. Shop Wise, shop CarWise. Go to carwiseutah.com to check out our inventory.
Well, tonight's ball game presented in part by Can-Am Drug, featuring a convenient drive-through service, modern pharmacy, and soda fountain with ice cream treats since 1916. 46-yard line. North Sevier facing a 2nd and long. They've got to get to the 31 of Gunnison for the first down. I think you played pretty safe here if you're me, and I'm not a risk taker. Shovel pass inside, and that'll get maybe a yard before it's bottled up. You know, there's a certain time you got to make that pitch, but sometimes if you can string that out a little more, it gets the defense to expose a gap, and you can attack it.
It does. If you can delay it a little bit, similar to a screen pass and even a draw play, it helps open it up for sure.
So they do pick up short yardage there on that little shovel pass to the almost 50-yard line. Wide receiver right, everything else in pretty tight here. Quarterback keeper, keep it covered up. Go to the left-hand side, spin, and get close to the 40-yard line. So there's an 11-yard gain on that one. And we'll put the ball down at the 40.5-yard line, just outside the 40 on a fourth down. So a punt situation here.
Yeah, I was just going to mention Dayton Reed. You know, he done a nice job all game long. We haven't called his name a lot, but he's been playing offensive and defensive line, and he just had a great game. And right there, just kind of leading the charge with the blocking game.
So a punt, need a good snap. That's the first thing on this thing when you do the punt. And receive it, come right-hand side, and place it down to the right-hand side. You're not worried about distance here. You just want to make sure that you can turn it over to your defense and let them work the final couple of minutes here after the punt out of bounds at the 28-yard line. So Gunnison to take over there at their 28-yard line. Well, it's been a night of plenty of offensive plays tonight, kind of a first half, second half kind of thing, and North Sevier dominating the second half of play. More turnovers, whichever team you are, more turnovers tonight than you wanted. You can't be doing that next week.
Yeah, Gunnison, 5 turnovers. That's been kind of the key to North Sevier right now is they've picked up those 5 turnovers.
Could be another one here, too. Now, can't quite make the interception. Trying to get back there is Manny Perez. They just aired that one out to Hanson, hoping he could go and make a play.
Yeah, and that's where you mentioned, you know, earlier, Larry, you know, run someone deep but then underneath because North Sevier is not going to give the deep play. They've got 2 safeties, and they're playing way off the ball, and Manny Perez at that other safety position, you know, doing his job of not letting anybody get behind him.
Got trips receivers out here this near side on the second down call. Clock stopped. They keep throwing these long incompletions. It won't be long. It'll be turned right back to North Sevier. And Edwards flushed in, comes out. Looking to the right-hand side. Going to throw it up the, whoa, way overthrew. He had a man open in the middle easy for first down, but he really cranked that one. And you know, isn't it interesting that sometimes the guys with the strong arms, I remember Jake Heaps at BYU years ago, such a strong arm, but they could not do and sometimes Taysom Hill was guilty of that. He just couldn't make the softer passes.
Well, and right there, too, he's trying to run the ball, and then last minute he gets the line of scrimmage and try to put on the brakes and then throw the ball, and that one just sailed on him.
So third down after the incompletion in the pocket, drops a couple of steps, some pressure, going to cut back up the field, cut back to the left-hand side. And running to the left-hand side, going to keep it himself and go out of bounds across the way at the 37-yard line. So that will be a fourth down and 3 coming up after Edwards scrambles for about 7 yards.
Yeah, Tate Johnson and Gage Mason both making the stop right there for North Sevier. And, you know, Edwards is fun to watch. He doesn't quit. He stands back there. He went to the left and back to the right, and then finally went back to the left again and did a nice job just to pick up the 7 yards he got.
Yeah, and he keeps good balance. That's why I lets him kind of do that. Fourth down and 2. Looking to throw. Looked over the middle. Wanted it there and incomplete. Good linebacker coverage to take away that initial seam that he wanted to throw it to. He didn't have a checkout receiver out here open anyway, and so they'll turn it over on downs. In that series of downs, 3 incomplete passes and 1 8-yard rush. And on downs, North Sevier will take over with minute 15 at the 39-yard line.
Yeah, and right now North Sevier pretty much can just nil on it and should be the ball game.
So they'll play next week, moving into the quarterfinals. We'll set our game broadcast stations and everything on Mid-Utah Radio. We'll have a bunch of them scheduled for next Friday at 5. Some of those may get changed a bit, so we'll adjust it as we go. North Sevier's got to get a full lineup in there, including a right tackle, and now they've got it. And they'll be in a prevent set here. Snap, play, and stop the knee. And don't write these down as minus yardage.
Yeah.
You know, and I just don't do that one. We'll just not put these in the book. They're just going to run the time off. We're going to have to run it almost full extension of each play here on this, though. So you go into kind of a victory. This is kind of a loose victory formation, though. So a second down snap here. Run the clock down. You got that play clock. They got good 10 more seconds to even go on this one. Post-game show coming up. Scoring summary and real quick stat review presented by Sunrise Engineering. Some other final scores that we'll try to pass along to you as well on our post-game show. And yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, he could just stand there and keep the time running. Take the knee. They're not coming through defensively, so he could have eaten that time off a lot quicker than it even did there.
Yeah,
that'll be it.
Something to think about.
Yeah, that's true. Well, again, you're so schooled. Well, get the snap and take your knee.
Yeah.
Well, if they're not coming through defensively, I'll just stand there for another 3
run
or 4
the game out.
seconds and run it out. But final score on it anyway is the final here of 32-15. At Delta will be the next matchup. Next Friday, we'll give you game time specifics on that as North Sevier will advance to play the Delta Rabbits in that 2A bracket. Post-game show coming up. Sunrise Engineering.